get fired for this.
Meditating with Jan from Toyota.
Copy.
Visualize yourself off-roading in a Tacoma. Now engage your senses. What do you hear? A donkey. You're driving the kids to a farm sanctuary in a Grand Highlander. Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends March 31st. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit Peterson Toyota in Fort Collins today. Toyota, let's go places.
KKPL-FM LaPorte.
Eagles country. Eagles country. Are you ready?
Are you ready? In tight shot. Score! Are you ready? Ty Bellimer roofs it. Are you ready? What a stop by Miner. Shuts down the rebound from play. Are you ready? Whoa, baby, what a setup. And Jason Magna, his second goal of the night in a beautiful dish.
Colorado Eagles hockey is on the air.
And that's going to do it as Colorado holds on for a 2-1 victory. Are you ready for a good team?
Let's head to the ice and the voice of the Colorado Eagles, Kevin McGlue.
And welcome inside Blue Arena as the Colorado Eagles continue a 4-game homestand here tonight against the visiting Coachella Valley Firebirds on Pot of Gold night here in Loveland, as Colorado and their great fan base raising money for 16-year-old Jaden Jimenez, suffering with a very serious heart condition. And we're going to see if we can help this family out that's had to endure an awful lot. It obviously comes with a great deal of financial stress and expenditures for those treatments for Jaden and his family. So excited to have that opportunity here tonight. In fact, Eagles captain Jason Magna just about to address the fans. See if we could listen in here.
Now let's send it over to Eagles captain Jason Magna for a special announcement.
Thank you. First, I'd just like to thank Martin Lind and the entire Eagles organization for putting this special night on. The Pot of Gold is just such an incredible event, and it's something we look forward to every year. So thank you to everybody involved in Martin Lind. Thank you. This story is absolutely remarkable, man, and we are just so honored to have you here tonight, and we wish you nothing but the best on your road to recovery. Let's hear it for Jaden, everybody. On behalf of the Eagles players and staff, we'd like to kick things off tonight by making a $2,500 donation. And Eagles fans, please consider donating tonight, and let's show Jaden and his family why we have the best fans and community in the American Hockey League.
Well, there you go, kicking it all off with a donation from the players and staff at $2,500. And Les Borsheim, after tonight, can pretty much set your watch to the fact that this will allow us to eclipse $1 million that has been raised in the entirety of the Pot of Gold night since its inception. Just incredible nights, but a big game on tap for Colorado to boot. As we get a look at tonight's starting goaltenders, that's brought to you by JT Plumbing, Heating and Air, the experts who never miss a save. For Colorado, right back to Kyle Kaiser, 9-2-1 of the year, 1.50 goals against average. For Coachella Valley, it's Nikkei Coco in net, 14-9-2 with a 3.23 GAA. Need a hero at home? Call 970. Legendary getting the start here tonight defensively for Colorado. Sean Barons and Brian Yoon. Up front, Tristan Nielsen, Jake Wise, and Taylor McCarr. Tonight's opening face-off, that's brought to you by the UPS stores of Fort Collins. UPS Store, your store for everything, from packing to notarizing to printing to mailboxing. UPS stores of Fort Collins. One-stop shop to make a small business owner unstoppable. Open 7 days a week. UPS stores of Fort Collins, conveniently located north at Mulberry and LeMay, south at Harmony LeMay, and open on Sundays as the opening face-off controlled by the Firebirds. Lashed up the left wing wall, worked free. Tristan Nielsen gonna shovel it back down into the right wing corner. Olofsson first one there. Hands it forward for Mitchell Stevens. Tangled up. The Eagles fight it free again and belted in deep. Nielsen behind the nets of Coco. Collided into, gonna punch it to the right wing corner. Intercepted, grab Nielsen. Spins left wing circle, bumps it upstairs. Finds Barons awaiting, loads and fires to flex side of the cage. Picked up there by Ty Nelson for Coachella. He'll escort it out to neutral ice, gets to the red line. He'll fire it in. Wholesale changes upcoming now for the Firebirds. Eagles will start the breakout from behind the nets of Kaiser. Brian Yoon with it on his tape. He'll start to drive his way forward. Left wing side, and Barons will whistle it in deep. Rides along the rail, drops down right wing side. This is going to carry him all the way back down into the Eagles zone. Barons will pick it up again in his own end for Colorado. Moves it along for Alex Bore-Boulay. Drop it back, Jack Ashon. Starts to work his way forward. Ahead now for Bore-Boulay. Left wing circle. Centers it for Megna. Stripped away. Jugnoth with it. Hands it back, but reclaimed by Megna. Fired in deep. Halted behind the nets by Nike Coco. Going to move it and out to center ice. Going to carry too far. This will be icing against the Firebirds. We'll get a whistle. 18:36 remaining. Just underway first period. Mark Letestu in his first season as the head coach of the Colorado Eagles. Assistant coaches are Tim Branham, Derek Army, and Kim Weiss. Goaltending coach is Matt Zama. And for Coachella Valley, Derek Laxdal is bench boss for the Firebirds. The officials here tonight, referees are Adam Tobias and Tyler Spott. The linesmen Scott Allen and Eric McDonald. Face off back down to the left of Coco. And now a warning to Logan Morrison off the icing. Tynan pulling and Toporowski out there for the Eagles. Went it upstairs, but it's just going to carry out to neutral. Picked up there as Ashon waits for the Eagles to tag up. He'll slug it down left wing boards. Toporowski with it. Dials it back in. Tynan centers it. Shot to the save. Great look there for Poland. And Coco with a chance there to shut it down with a glove. And a good early chance for the Eagles. So we get a look at tonight's keys to the game, brought to you by RE/MAX. Consistently voted the #1 most trusted real estate brand by American consumers year after year in the Brand Spark Trust Study. Trust your home to the agents who have earned more trust. For all your buying and selling needs, reach out today, RE/MAX.com. And let's push them. How about a couple of keys to this one?
For me, it's about the pace, speed, and compete level of Colorado Eagles. Transition real fast, furious, and forcing defenders on their heels. That's that quick reload to that offensive attack. And then just dogs on a bone, puck hungry, heavy forward check, puck pursuit, puck pressure, banging bodies, just battling in front of the nets. And obviously, that specialty teams battle, really important. Depth and goaltending, you hear me say that a lot at this time of year. Full 60 minutes, just stacking shifts on top of each other and just dominating, hopefully, here tonight.
Puck deflects up out of play to bring the face-off now right at center ice. Colorado still with that trio of Poland, Toporowski, and Tynan. This will roll into the Firebird zone, chased after by Toporowski. Charlie Wright gets the first touch on it. Sprung free, Toporowski after it. Tips it up towards the blue line, chopped down the wall by Barretts. Poland driving after it, but Hamill got a head start. He'll pick it up, builds up speed out through center ice, gets to the red line, shovels it forward. Again, changes underway for the Firebirds as the Eagles look to get moving on the breakout. Stolen away. Now cutting in tight. Stjernberg with it. Floods it ahead, trying to find Jedlichka. Still free. Mark Sendin got clipped down. No call. Play rolls on and played out to center ice. Grabbed and Sendin. He'll chip and chase down to the left wing corner. Jedlichka after it as well as Olofsson. Fights it back out to center ice. Retrieved. Hanson Buchanan will get it moving. Deflected deep. Coco forced to kick it over to the wall. Jedlichka working away on the forecheck. Gushin in there as well. Jedlichka pries it free. Leave it for Mark Sendin on the hash. His shot deflected. Spins upstairs and out to neutral ice. Snagged by Yoon, and Sendin will flush it back down. Left wing corner it travels. The Eagles now the ones changing. Just about 3 minutes gone here in the first period. No score. Nelson with it at the red line. He'll send it in once more. Kaiser stops it, leaves it. Middleton backed off the wall. Nielsen trying to keep it moving for McCarr. He'll get to it, brings it into the zone. Just offside as Wise couldn't hold the line. And we're going to whistle a look at tonight's injury report brought to you by Highland Meadows Dental Health Center. Official dentist of the Colorado Eagles. Eagles team and staff treated by Dr. Ruff, Dr. Ort. Their team at Highland Meadows Dental Health Center. Highland Meadows Dental Health Center now accepting new patient appointments. Scratches tonight for Colorado. Forwards Valtteri Pustin, Ivan, Nikita Prishapov, Chase Bradley, Cooper Gay, and Matt Steinberg. Along with defenseman Jacob McDonald, Alex Gagne, Wyatt Abbott, Chris Hedden, and Hank Kempf. Coachella Valley send it out to the red line and going to be dumped in by John Hayden. Kaiser behind the nets. Gets it moving. Wise hands it over right wing side. Now out to center ice. Here comes Wise with some pace. Leaves it for a shot. His shot trickles wide through the crease. The Eagles after it. Makar will wrench it free. Trying to fight his way down to the corner. Separated from the puck. Moving upstairs. Intercepted. A shot to the slot. Loads. Fires. Deflected off the skates of Otavainen. And bounds out to neutral. Middleton on top of it there. He'll drive it in deep. Rings around to the right wing side. Picked up by Logan Morrison. Hands it across now through the trapezoid. Otavainen up with it. Sends it ahead, trying to find Jagger Firkus. And it bounced away. Eagles will track it down back in their own zone. Yoon springs it along now for Pare Boule. Get it moving. Nifty move by Barons. Outlet pass. And this is going to be icing against Colorado. That was a close race between Fellemer and Wright, but they whistled on the icing. You know, it's interesting talking to Mark Letestu during that pregame interview. You know, you look at the consistency and the production of Alex Pare-Boule, but now second in the league in points. It really is time to sit there and say, does he have a chance to be the MVP of this entire league this year?
Yeah, did you see him in that OT? Basically a 2-minute shift out there, and he was dangling, dicing up the opponent. His skill level is elite. Be nice to see him get a shot up even with the Avs. He is an unbelievable prospect and talent for the Eagles.
One game in the NHL with the Avalanche this year, one assist. So he picked that up against the Washington Capitals earlier this season. It has just been a force here, the AHL, all year long. Brian Yoon going to rescue it in his own zone. Trying to move it up and out to neutral. Played with a high stick, but scooped up by the opposition as Avon rolls it into his own zone. Quickly ahead now for Firkus. Long outlet pass too far. That's going to be icing against the Firebirds with 15:20 left here in the first period. Now the AHL hits harder on FloHockey. Every game, every goal, every hit, all season long. AHL TV on FloHockey gives you access to every AHL game. Watch the Eagles, follow top prospects, and stay on top of all the action on the ice. Subscribe now. Stream it all live on AHL TV on FloHockey. And big hello to everyone joining us here tonight on AHL TV on FloHockey. Appreciate you being with us here.
Yeah, free for everyone, too.
Free for everyone. Absolutely.
No excuses.
Drawn to the rights of Coco. And now a warning going the way of Morrison. Going up against Luke Toporowski on the dots. Face-off, spills to the left wing boards. Picked up, Hanson Buchanan. Angles it around to the right wing corner. Colorado trying to win it free, but taken over by Caden Hamill. He'll bank it off the wall. Glove down, going to roll up the boards and be picked up by Jagger Firkus. Backhands it across the width of the ice and right. Give it ahead, left wing side, Leighton Road. A shallow angle shot diverted away with a glove there by Kyle Kaiser. Now the Eagles out through neutral ice will dump it in as they make changes. Poland goes in all alone to the forecheck. Tried to strip it free, but that one trickled back up the wall. Now out to neutral ice, Road with it. Into the zone, through the right wing circle. Button hooks back to the hash. Now just cycles it back down here deep, trying to find Cooper Maroney. That one taken away. Daniil Gushchin will weave back in behind his netminder. Starts the breakout from there. Maroney, a guy that's spent a couple of seasons in Bakersfield and had back-to-back 20-plus goal campaigns as Gushchin will push this back in along the in wall, deep in the Firebird zone. Run free, Maroney smashed into. Send it, trying to stay with it. Fourth line working away as that puck just inside the blue line, finally forced out. And it will trickle back into the Eagles zone. Ute on top of it. On for Gushchin. Didn't get a touch on it, so this will be icing against Colorado. Just about 6 gone here in the first period. Still no score, and we invite you to pick the Eagles player you think will score the first goal of the game. One lucky winner in each home game going to receive a Water Pick prize pack worth over $300. And to play, all you have to do is visit the Eagles Facebook page.
And the way Makar scores in that first period, put a little money on that one. 2 goals, 5 points in his last 2 games here for the Eagles. Just been physical, such a big body. He's created a lot using that too, as well along the boards. He's a warrior.
Face-off controlled by the Firebirds. Otavainen, long shot, hit off one of his own players in front. Rebound skips and picked up. Jugnov hands it off. Otavainen scores. Traffic in front of the net. And Otavainen from the blue line. Able to put it past Kaiser. I don't know if he was able to see it. And again, some of those issues we talked about that San Diego was so adept at creating, where you just get traffic in front of the net to make it difficult on the netminder. They back right there as You had a big-time screen in front of the net. You had 4 players in that low slot area as Kaiser, I don't think ever saw that puck.
You got to do the best you can to keep that house area clean, and it was a problem. San Diego pretty big up front, had some issues, sometimes boxing out, letting the goaltender see that puck on shots like that, and that's a big battle there. You have to have in that house, that front of your net of your goaltender, battling defensively.
So Ville Otavainen, the 4th-round pick of the Seattle Kraken, back in 2021, will get his 3rd goal of the year. Now some shoving going on in front of that Colorado bench. John Hayden in the midst of all of that for the Firebirds. And Otavainen, a guy that had 8 goals in his rookie season in the AHL. Now this 3rd of this year. That takes us to immediate timeout. Eagles trail Coachella Valley 1-0 with 13:46 left in the first. Back after this on 99.9 The Point.
Notice how some homes sell faster in your neighborhood? It's not luck. It's local know-how. RE/MAX agents know their streets, schools, and communities inside and out. And with RE/MAX, those local pros are everywhere. Which means when you're ready to buy or sell, you'll get trusted neighborhood insight that puts you a step ahead. Reach out today. RE/MAX, the experts close to home. Each office independently owned and operated.
The new year is all about possibility, but for many of us, it also comes with leftover holiday debt. At Blue Federal Credit Union, we believe possibility starts with clarity. That's why our signature personal loan helps you simplify high-interest credit card debt into one predictable monthly payment with competitive rates and flexible terms designed for real life. Less stress, more control, and a clear path forward. Learn more or apply today at bluefcu.com. Blue Federal Credit Union, for you, for life. Insured by NCUA.
Experience some of the best up-and-coming players hockey has to offer. Place your season ticket deposit today for the 2026-27 season, and you'll not only guarantee your seat for every game, you're also going to enjoy some exclusive perks and benefits like member-only events, discounts on merchandise, savings over walk-up ticket prices, and more. Visit ColoradoEagles.com/tickets to place your deposit. Eagles trailing 1-0 on a goal 6 minutes, 7 seconds in from Ville Otavainen, his 3rd of the year. Tyson Jugnorth with the assist on that tally. And Colorado win the faceoff as we return from that media timeout. It's brought in offside by the Eagles. We'll get a whistle with 13:38 left here in the first period. Jugnorth, the guy who was in the AHL All-Star game.
Oh.
And boy, you look at what he did last year in his final year in the Western Hockey League with Portland. He had 89 points in 65 games. He went in the 4th round of Seattle in 22.
Yeah, 7 goals, 37 points this year. He leads the back end defensive core for Coachella. As a rookie stepping in at this level, that is an impressive season so far.
Face-off grab by Coachella Valley, wired in deep. Caught up down the right wing corner. Eagles trying to win it free, and a big hit delivered by Ian McKinnon. Now bodies flying back and forth. Long shot blocked out in front. Rebound free between the circles. So he pushed back to the right wing hash. Rakoff smashed into centering feed. Runs upstairs but held inside the zone by Hamill. Again, bodies dropping down as Wise got tangled up with Wright. Put it back around to the right point for Hamill. Shovel it back in along the end wall. Novak centers. It bounces loose. Eagles trying to track it down. Could not do so. Rakoff a shot. Scores. Oh, boy. Rakoff and Kaiser got a big piece of it, and it just rolled off the top of his right leg pad and into the back of the net. So a 2-0 deficit as Carson Rakoff gets his 12th of the year. And Rakoff, 3 goals, 1 assist in 7 games this year against Colorado. And that's probably one that Kaiser would like to have back.
Yeah, I mean, a little puck management issues, losing the puck like that. I mean, Kaiser ranks first. Goals against 1.50, save percentage 0.942. That's good for first in all the AHL. But yeah, that is definitely a shot. And this save, he will make every night and would like back, like you said.
But you're right. I mean, it all stemmed from not being able to get that puck tracked down for Colorado. And the Eagles in an early 2-0 hole as Behrens will send it in. Going to ring it around to the right wing side. Skips free, picked up. Megna trying to center it. Jumps up into the air. Controlled by Nelson. Sends it on and out to neutral. Chalet. Guide this down into the corner. Back it along the in wall. Bounced free. Megna on top of it. Sends it along out to neutral ice. Going to filter all the way deep. This is going to be icing against Colorado. 12:31 remaining. So Rakoff, the assist going to Yakov Novak, who started the season in the ECHL with Kansas City. He'll get his 10th point of the year.
And definitely some puck management issues, just that symmetry to the transition out of your own zone. Right now, not quite there. And Eagles definitely got another gear here. They can play much faster, much more pace. They know that here, and got a 2-goal deficit here to start this game.
Face-off going to be pulled free, but ripped right back. Backhand shot, the save by Kaiser. A shot will lay claim to it. Challenged immediately by Avon. Gets it moving. The Eagles again will flood this out to neutral ice. Picked up by Jugnoth. Goes back into his own zone. Barre Boulay chasing after him. Very important now that Colorado gets the next one in this one. Is this puck now going to be iced by Coachella Valley? And I think we've already had our fair share of icing in this first period with 12-10 still remaining in it.
Yeah, hasn't been the smoothest period for both teams getting out of their own zone. But you're right. I mean, got to find a way to answer. You just got to stack shifts. Just start with one good shift in zone offensively, creating shots, opportunities, wearing your opponent down, stack another shift after that.
Now the face-off to the right of DK Coco. Toporowski up against Logan Morrison. And he's going to give Morrison a warning, will the linesman. Win it over for Yoon. Carves his way down, left wing corner, tries to center it. It'll go through the crease and wide, pinching down Middleton. Slaps it around to the left wing corner. Snagged there by Poland. Drop it on the cycle. TJ Tynan tries to center it, hits off the outside of the net. Collects it again. Strides over and cycles it free for Toporowski. Looking for options. Left point, long shot, Middleton. Blocked down in front, never got through. Up but not out. Yoon will play it back to the right wing boards. Jumps away from Tynan. And now a 3-on-3 rush the other direction. Morrison. Snapshot blocked by Yoon. Got the skate down in front of it. Come free, and Yoon dials it back in along the in wall for Keith Middleton. 2 goals on the first 4 shots of the game for Coachella Valley as the Eagles trail 2-0. This puck will be bounced into the glove of Coco as it was dumped in. He'll hold on. We'll get a whistle. Don't forget, when the Eagles win, you win with Buffalo Wild Wings. Just say Eagles win at any participating Northern Colorado Buffalo Wild Wings. Get 6 free wings for the purchase of a drink after any home win.
Can fight for Kaiser net too. The mental strength to respond. Come back here. He knows that last one was a bad goal. He's got to stay mentally strong. Big part of this team, him and Ned here, kicking, making saves.
Colorado chasing after that puck on the face-off. This will be swept back behind the nets. Right challenged by Jedlichka, moving out to neutral. Still knocking around, finally snagged. Fisker Molgard with it, challenge from behind, puck loose. Into that left wing corner, Eagles trying to pry it free, gloved down and brought ahead by Jedlichka. Slugs it over right wing side, and now Gushit sent it in, intercepted by Hamill in his own zone. Deflected, going to carry all the way down. No icing here. So Hansa Bukata just going to leave it in turn for Jack Ashad. Starts the breakout, weaves his way out to the red line. He'll send it in. Coco slows it up. The car shrugs off pressure, centering feed, bouncing puck. Barents dives down right wing side, tried to play it back behind the net, but plucked away by Olofsson out to neutral. Here comes Nelson with it on his tape. Gets around Stenberg. Quick shot and a save there by Kaiser with a left leg pad. The Eagles to get going the other direction. Send it on. McCarr drives it after it. Right wing side. Stays in possession of it. It'll knock back behind the nets. Wise gets to it. Centers it. McCarr fires and rips it up high over the crossbar. Barons keeps it alive. He'll punch it along the in wall. Tied up and finally ripped free by Rakoff. Sends it up but not out. Intercepted. Give it over. Nielsen left wing fires into the glove of Coco. And he'll hold on. 9:57 left here in period number 1. The Eagles down 2-0.
I see McCarr on that forecheck again, making a difference. Using that big body, kind of creates that turnover. And those opportunities for the Eagles there. Puck possession, moving around pretty good. Trying to work it to the middle of the ice for the shot. You see more of that in that slot area for attempts for the Eagles.
Still just about half of the first period to work with, but the Eagles down by a pair on back-to-back goals that came less than a minute apart from Otavainen and Rakoff, both at even strength. Rakoff is 12th of the year. Otavainen is 3rd. The face-off in the Firebird zone. Picked up by Otavainen. Skates his way forward, moves along left wing side. Broken up by Middleton. Puck caught up in between his skates. Finally pried free. Give it off for Barre Boulay. 2-on-2 rush into the zone. Gets a shot off that'll be deflected by Otavainen and carry up out of play. Now Otavainen comes in, gives a shove to Barre Boulay, then takes a swipe in the face of Megna. And Fellemer taking exception to that. Barre Boulay and Hayden now exchanging words. Middleton will come in and talk to him as well.
You know, Middleton, love to see him shake it up. Got McKinnon for Coachella. Good scrapper, good fight, tough guy. It's one thing fighting does, people might not realize, is kind of shift that momentum. You need a little spark in your team. Go out there, go pick a fight. Try to get your team sparked up, a little bit of energy in the building. Back at it. The only thing is, the Eagles are a little short-handed on that back end, and Middleton's such a valuable presence on that PK 5-on-5. So,
yeah, there's no question about it, but you're right. And with a guy like McKinnon who leads the entire league with 226 penalty minutes, he probably would be willing to drop the gloves. The Eagles could use something like that right now, down by a score of 2-0 with 9:42 left here in the first. The faceoff remains in the Coachella Valley zone to the right of Coco. Poland, Toporowski, and Tynan out there. Faceoff going to be picked up by the Firebirds, placed out to neutral. Reclaimed and backhanded in, picked up immediately by Caden Hamill. Whistle it onward for Hayden. Enters the zone. Trickle in, back in along the end wall, run into by Middleton. Eagles able to pull it loose. Poland with it. Trying to drop it back for Middleton outside of his reach, but he'll head on back and get to it finally, but turn back over as Morrison in his own zone. Moving along, deflected deep into the Colorado zone. Chasing after it is Sean, lays claim to it. Swoops back behind his netminder, moves it along for Poland, out at the red line. Crunched into. Puck fought for there as Morrison smashed into. Avon trying to drop it off. Probably controlled by Olofsson. Springs it ahead, Avon cruising in, shot, scores. Oh boy, Avon just able to dance around Behrens and then flips it up over the right leg pad of Kaiser. And the Eagles down 3-0 with 8:52 left in the first period. And this makes you wonder, do you send a message to your team right now? And again, that's not to put this on Kyle Kaiser whatsoever, but do you have to do something, whether it's a timeout or a goaltending change? I mean, you don't see this very often, Colorado being down 3-0 in the first 11 minutes and change at home.
No, and yeah, it's one thing, you just change the goalie, not necessarily always on Kaiser, the guy in net, when he gets shifted out. Just looking for a little bit of momentum, a little change, a little spark to the team, and that was too easy. Avon way in behind the Eagles defense on that goal.
Colorado, again, we talked about it, Borshi, there in the pregame, just what sort of mentality you show up with. And we saw Colorado on last Tuesday against San Diego in a game they ended up losing. Delayed penalty coming against Coachella Valley. And then you see the difference 180 degrees on Wednesday.
Yeah, consistency has been a big issue and factor, and they put themselves down 2-3 goals, or another team's come back, 3 unanswered when they've had the lead. Like, just consistency for 60 full minutes, so important. Here, they're going to get that power play at least, maybe a little spark on that. But yeah, that consistency, that full 60 minutes, being mentally ready, prepared, that compete's got to be there.
So Leighton Road booked for holding. He'll head to the penalty box. Eagles will head to the Wally Speed Shop power play. 8:25 left in the first. Eagles down 3-0. First power play of the game for either side. This will be dropped and won by the Firebirds, but they're going to whistle it dead and toss the centerman from the circle for Coachella. And that's going to bring Mitchell Stevens in up against TJ Tynan, who's out there with Poland, Barre Boulay, Ashawn, and Gushin. The Eagles need something. Bring him back to life here. Puck loose, angled around. Fisker Molgaard shovels it up over the glass out of play. That's going to be a 5-on-3 power play upcoming.
And that could be it right there. That's a tough one, undisciplined, and little 5-on-3 here. And
for a minute 54, which is what's remaining on Rhodesminor.
Gonna feel like a lifetime for Coachella, and see who Letestu has out here for this 5-on-3. Keeping it the same pretty much that he had 5-on-4.
Yep.
And it's a long one too, right? Like, bring out your bigger gunners next time. I guess there's a long 5-on-3 for the Eagles.
Yep, they had a face-off to the left of Coco. Tied it in to take the draw against Stevens. Wins it over. Upstairs, Gushin for a shot. Through the left wing circle. Back for Gushin. Side of the cage. Bore Boulay stops it with a skate. Sizes things up. Returns it for Gushin. Top of the circle to the high slot is Sean with it. Over for Tynan. Left wing hash rotates around. Side of the net now. Back for Tynan. Side of the cage for Poland. Return it for Tynan. Back for Poland. In tight shot. Save. Rebound. Going to be picked up. And Nelson will clear it 200 feet. Kaiser holds it up behind the nets. 7:44 left in the first period. The Eagles down 3-0. They'll re-enter the zone. Down the right wing boards. Poland cruises to the corner. Rims it around. Left side for Gushin. Through the slots. Left wing side trying to go rink wide. Bouncing puck. Poland shot it just wide with a backhand. Tied it. Holds up on the bottom of the left wing circle. Curls back. Dips over left wing side. Tied it. Side of the nets. In behind the cage. It travels. Bore Boulay after it. Throws it up high, but nobody home, and it will roll out through neutral ice. A shot after it. Grabs it. Re-enters down the left wing. Sean comes to a stop. 40 left of the 5-on-3 is Sean for Titan. Looking through the high slot. Fires deflected. Went wide. Chance there for Coco. This will be blitzed all the way down, and now Kaiser quickly trying to move it. Eagles going to swap out some personnel now on this 5-on-3 power play as Titan drives into the zone. Gives it off for Gushin. Gushin, cross ice. Oh boy, and it just jammed up. Bore Boulay, who is ready to fire the one-timer. Gushin to the blue line for Yoon now. Over for Daniil Gushin. Cross ice, picked up. Bore Boulay upstairs. Runs off the tape of Yoon and out to neutral. 2 left of the 5-on-3. Yoon leaves it for Gushin. Now a 5-on-4. Gushin fires, deflected, rebound, cleared up. It'll skip over the glass out of play. And Colorado, oh boy, with almost a full 2-minute 5-on-3, not able to generate much. And it stays 3-0. Coachella Valley with 6:17 left of the first.
Yeah, I mean, you're missing Jacob McDonald, an absolute assassin, especially on 5-on-3, getting him that shot, just loading him up. But regardless, and the other thing about this is just how it works out at the end of the night. Like, usually the 5-on-3s get even up somehow through the course of a hockey game. We really got to take advantage of it when you get one.
So Colorado 0 for 2 on the power play here, and those ones hurt because that can really be a springboard for the opposition. Upstairs, Barons with it. Loads and fires, sent it wide. It's going to roll back to the right wing corner. Fielded by Morrison. Dropped off along the inboards and picked up by Jugnaut. Eludes some pressure, moves it out to neutral. Kicked into the zone by Avon. Kaiser way out of his cage. Will play it to center ice. Handed off. Nielsen into the zone down the right wing side. Holds up. Tries to keep it moving down the boards, but this will be spit back out to center ice. Picked up there. Middleton from the red line. Plays it up off the glass. So skirt over to the right wing wall. Megna trying to keep it alive. Taken away by Morrison. Sends it over the blue line. Onto the stick of Furcus. Chips it into the Eagles zone. Both teams change it. 5.5 left here in the first. The Eagles down by 3. Intercepted once more. Now Colorado chasing after it. Overskated by Hanson Buchanan. Centering feed for Rode. He'll be flushed over to the right wing boards. Plays it up high. One time Hamill scores. Took a deflection in front. And it's 4-0 Firebirds. And one of the Coachella Valley players down in a heap in Fisker Molgaard. Back along the inboard. So their whole team looking at them. And Borshi, 4-0. And now Trent Miner will hop into that. And again, I don't think you're sitting there pointing at fingers, but if you're Colorado, you just went over on a almost 2-minute 5-on-3. And just about every chance that Coachella has had. And a lot of it is because of some defensive breakdowns they have seemingly put into the back of the net. So for the Eagles, You need to do something here to wake your team up.
Yeah, you haven't been what you need to do, doing what you need to do out there. Really sloppy. Puck managed in your own zone on 2 shots. I mean, the house area for the Eagles has been so crowded. You know, you got to clean that up, battle box out. You do need a couple saves from your goalie. They have nights like this. I mean, Kaiser has been sensational in that this year so far. And this is a night when you look at yourself, you let your goalie down here, you put yourself in a big hole once again, and time left. It's got to start here, start now, and you got to start finding a way to do something here. The energy going in the building, line up on that bench, and everyone going.
Well, the officials still discussing over there. They have not put the goal up on the board as of yet. Still says 3-0, but we'll wait and see. Fisker Molgaard went down the tunnel with a towel up against his teeth, and now they're going to clean up some blood on the ice. I don't know if that was the puck or a stick that made contact with his mouth, but obviously in a lot of pain. And immediately went down the tunnel with the trainer. So 3 goals on 7 shots right now could quickly turn into 4 goals on 7 shots. We'll see.
Yeah, you got to think so. Maybe they're discussing a possible penalty here.
Not sure.
If anything, I mean.
Now they're going to relay this, and now some conversation between Mitchell Stevens, TJ Tynan, and the referees. And most of the discussion is going the way of Stevens, so usually that's who you're talking to when you know they're not going to like what they hear. And we'll find out here.
Nope.
And they have put the 4th goal up on the board, so it is a 4-0 lead. I'm sorry?
We got a penalty too, Gluzy.
Yeah, we've got a penalty. Yep, that has just been put up on the scoreboard as well. And Colorado down 4-0 now goes on the kill. And this might be the worst start Colorado's had all season. Now, I don't know if even there's any doubt to that.
Hard to fathom, hard to understand. At home Saturday, 6 o'clock or Saturday night. Great night, pot of gold. Just feel like energy to compete and the mental part being ready would definitely be your end. Well, hey, 2 points back in Colorado. You got 1 game in hand. Big night here, standing. So big points always. It's a little frustrating.
So it's Gustav Stjernberg who is off for high sticking. And that is a 2-minute minor. So that would lead me to believe that it wasn't the high stick that caught Fisker Molgaard. Otherwise, that would be a 4-minute double minor. With the broken teeth, I would assume, that are now residing, unfortunately, in Fisker Molgaard's mouth. But, boy, just a really, really tough start for Colorado here on home ice. And I guess you look at the only silver lining right now is there's a lot of time left in this hockey game. But, my goodness, Colorado's got to completely flip the switch here, but it's got to start on the PK. Nelson will drop it off for Jagger Firkus. He enters the zone to the right wing side. Stripped to the puck by Megna. He'll force it out to neutral. Replay by Nelson back at his own blue line for the Firebirds. So 4 goals on 7 shots for Coachella Valley. It's Firkus over the red line, leaves it behind. Maroney kicks it down into the right wing corner, mashed into there by Barons. Morrison after it. Pulled free and cleared down the ice by Taylor McCarr. Coco will stop it. Nelson grabs it, skates back, and starts to build up speed. Drops it off at his own blue line for Firkus. Cuts into the zone, tries to send it over. This will deflect and drop down along the left wing hash. And we're going to whistle here on a hand pass. 4:14 left to the first period, 59 seconds left on the penalty. So Gustav Stjernberg in his pro debut, in his first penalty of that pro career. Off for the high stick. Boy, in Colorado, I mean, you look at the 4 goals, Borshi, just about every way you could possibly give one up. Yeah, it was just a disastrous first 15 minutes of this first period of play. Otavainen, Rakoff, Avon, Hamill. Roden and Maroney picking up the assists on the Hamill tally. Olofsson and Firkus get the assists on the Avon goal. And you have a bevy of players on the score sheet already for Coachella Valley.
Yeah, been lifeless. The effort, right now, pretty sad for your Eagles. Like you said, the silver lining. A lot of hockey to play here.
Draw to the right of Trent Miner now in the nets for Colorado. Tynan going up against Hayden. Linesman finally drops the puck, and it'll roll to the right wing boards. Chalet chased there to the corner. Bumped upstairs, Jugnoth with it. Tries to play it down, stole it, and cleared by Yoon. Coco. Stop it behind the net, serves it over left wing wall. Rakoff drops it in turn for Jugnoth, makes his way out to neutral. Leaves it behind for Rakoff, skates over that center ice logo, feeds it over. Chalet with it, left wing side for Rode. Chopped at by a couple of different Eagles defenders, and Colorado able to send it down. It'll roll on its edge deep into the zone. 20 seconds left of the power play with just about 3.5 remaining. And what has been a disastrous first period for the home side. Rakoff. Stick handles over the red line to the right wing boards. Fed in deep. Barron's after it behind the nets. Simply blitzed up and all the way down the ice. That's going to do it for the power play. So Colorado, good job on the PK. Pretty pedestrian efforts on the kill. Excuse me, on the power play, I should say. And it's been a power play that struggled. 25th in the league for Coachella Valley at 15%. We've got the Eagles in with some pace. Yoon, left wing side, drives in, tries to put it towards the crease, deflected away. Stevens gives it off for Olofsson behind his netminder. Hounded by Bore Boulay. Send this up the ice, gonna hop into the Eagles zone deep, chased after, no icing, picked away. Jack Ashon with it, banks it off the wall, got caught up in the skates, the linesman. Collect it again and wait for Colorado to set up that breakout. Along now for Daniel Gushin. Feeds it left wing side, plucked free. Olofsson up with it. On now for Morrison. Brings it in the zone to the right wing wall. He'll travel into the corner. Push it around left wing side. Right upstairs, spinning shot by McKinnon. Not much on it. Picked up by Keaton Middleton. On now for Jake Wise. And an outlet pass broken up with a good stick there by Avon. Rumbles out to neutral. Avon to the right wing side for Morrison. A little give and go. He'll dribble back behind the cage of Miner. Furcus on top of it. Down left wing corner. Feeds it behind the net once more. Avon played across. Picked up upstairs. Long shot chopped down. Rides up into the air. Furcus, a shot and a blocker stopped by Miner. Behind the nets. Hanson Buchanan. Trying to get this one up and outside the zone. Finally will. But taken away immediately by Wright. Swept in deep. Miner will direct traffic. Sets it up there for Hanson Buchanan. 90 seconds left in the first period. That can't come to an end soon enough if you're Colorado. Moved along and tipped down the boards on the right wing wall. Jugnoth. Push this up. He's going to carry all the way back. Stjernberg puts the grips on it in his own zone. Almost lost it on top of the crease. Played it out to neutral ice. Picked up again. Jugnoth up the right wing boards for John Hayden. Takes a shoulder from Barrett, who will steal possession away. Now for Stjernberg. Smashed into. Flops it along and a drop pass for Barrett. Sends it ahead right wing side. Deflects in deep. McCarr after it. In along the end wall, trying to shake off pressure there from Nelson. Got upended, but no call. Weaving his way in. Tynan loads. Cuts in. Couldn't get the shot off. And then broken up. This will be feathered back towards that Colorado end. Stjernberg after it. Rakoff on his hip pocket as the Eagles will track it down. Boy, maybe just a second too long on the hesitation there for Tynan. Outlet pass for Fellemer into the zone left wing side. Fires it wide of the target. Tynan trying to center it. It'll deflect off the skates of Novak and back into the Eagles zone yet again. Yoon lays claim to it. Move it along now. Fellemer gives it off for a shot. Down over the red line. He'll send it in. Plucked away by Otavinen. Stretch pass brought in now by Novak. Weaves his way in. Cuts in. Fires. Big time save there as he just moseyed his way into the low slot. And that's going to do it. And now Fellemer gets grabbed by one of the Firebirds in Olofsson. Colorado needing to show a little fight as this has been as bad a first period as the Eagles have played in a very long time. Certainly as bad as they played in the first period all season. But boy, Of course, you'd have to go back a ways to find a first
At
period
home?
that was that bad at home for Colorado.
Yeah, I can't remember. Terrible memory, but I can't remember one in a long time. And yeah, it's the effort, it's the energy, it's a mental game. It's pretty gross right now. There's time to flip it, change it here, and get back on the other side of that. But it's not so much that, it's the habits kind of I feel like we're creating over the last couple you can't do this to yourselves in playoff hockey when the ice shrinks. Ice is tight, competition, and yeah, especially at home. It's gonna be a tongue lash in there, which a coach shouldn't have to do on a night like this when points are this important. But you can see one comment, and guys, leaders stepping up. I mean, you better turn this thing around right now.
Well, and I think you have to look at it from a couple of perspectives also. You know, Colorado put themselves in some bad spots defensively. There was certainly the one goal from Rakoff that I know that Kaiser would like to have back, but he got put in some tough spots due to some puck management issues. But then it's a 3-0 game. Bush, you get almost a full 2 minutes on a 5-on-3 and do almost nothing with it. And for Colorado, that's something I think you have to look at and say, that is a big issue because you could have scratched yourself right back in within a goal if you go out and you convert on both sides of that power play, which the Eagles have scored in 3 straight coming in today on the man advantage, but nothing going on the power play here in that first period.
Yeah, it was like, here's your moment. Like, there's a terrible penalty all over the glass delay, terrible. It happens, but you got 2-man advantage for nearly 2 minutes. Like, here you go. Like, we're going to give this to you and got your opportunity, chance, and you have all the time to take it here and create, and they didn't even really create a whole bunch of good opportunities on that and secondary efforts towards the net. Yeah, it was even more frustrating watching that at the time.
Orthopedic care has been provided since 2003 by the Orthopedic and Spine Center of the Rockies team, including Dr. Tom Anderson, sports medicine specialist. Orthopedic and Spine Center of the Rockies, the official orthopedic provider of your Colorado Eagles, with over 100 providers, including 49 specialized physicians across 6 medical campuses. OCR, making sure our Eagles are covered from head to toe since 2003. So goals in that first period for Ville Anavainen, Carson Rakoff, J.R. Avon, and Caden Hamill. Jugnauth, Novak, Olofsson, Furcus, Roden, Barodi, all with assists. Eagles 0 for 2 on the power play. Coachella Valley 0 for 1. Kyle Kaiser surrendering 4 goals on 7 shots. Miner came in, made 2 saves on the 2 shots he faced. Nikkei Coco 7 saves on 7 shots. Outside of the Poland chance, though, not a whole lot of high percentage chances for the Eagles, even with the 5-on-3.
Yeah, not in that inner slot area. It's from outside the box. It's long range, and if you do long range, at least have a little battle and fight in front of the net. Make life difficult for Coco and net for Coachella. Net presence wasn't there either. It's just overall awful period by the Eagles.
Now, I will say this. If you go back a few years ago, Colorado was up in Calgary. They went down 4-0. I mean, they were getting drilled, and it looked grim, and they had to pull their netminder and make a change. Very similar. They came back, and if you'll remember in that game, Riley Tufte, Ben Myers, I mean, they were a big part of it. They came back and they scored 5 straight, and they won that game 5-4. So, you know, don't feel like
good night to do it like that. Great night.
Don't feel like it's something that, okay, this one's done for. We've seen it happen in the past. Frankly, we've seen Colorado have a lot of 3 and frankly some 4-goal outings already this season. So maybe you get your wake-up call here between periods, and all of a sudden you still have 40 minutes to work with. But first things first, to me, it all starts in between your ears right now with what's ailing Colorado. I'm not talking about just tonight, but as you mentioned, you've had some consistency issues. What happened Tuesday night versus what happened Wednesday night, I don't think had anything to do with the way that they went out and executed necessarily. I think it was, again, the attitude and the approach to that game.
Yeah, it would be extraordinary effort here in this game to come back. I mean, it'd be great story to have and something you can look back on and be like, hey, this could be our big-time wake-up call. We did come back, crawl into a game, 4 goals down, but it's got to start here soon, start early, come up in this next period, and a lot of looking in the mirror, looking at yourselves, and you come out here and play a lot better, hopefully, as an individual. And then on the whole as a team.
And I'll tell you one thing that is frustrating, I know, for fans, and I'm sure everybody in that dressing room is, Bush, you look at the last, let's say, 12 games, how many wake-up call games have we seen whether it's a 4-0 loss on the road at Abbotsford or what happened on Tuesday against San Diego. There have been a lot of games where it's, okay, this is a wake-up call, and they go out and they respond the next game, and whether that's the big win at Ontario or it's coming out and doing what you did Wednesday against San Diego in the 5-1 win, but it's maintaining that. And the consistency to me has been the issue.
That's number one.
And I think for Colorado, that's what they got to get solved.
Yeah, some's got to stick, some's got to hit here. Coach Letestu can't be yelling here, firing up the bench, getting you to do it. It's the individuals in that dressing room as a team as a whole. And yeah, you're right. It's just that inconsistency in the Eagles game right now. It's a little frightening, especially this time of year. That's a habit really just can't really turn the switch on. But maybe a big comeback win here in this game could be that switch, and that alarm clock can change something with the mentality and what's been going on.
Yep, and you hope it's a case of being able to turn off the alarm clock, not just keep hitting snooze on the alarm clock. Here for Colorado. Pot of gold jerseys that are being worn by your Eagles tonight. Those are being auctioned off via the Dash Auction app, with all proceeds benefiting Jaden Jimenez and his family. You can download the Dash Auction app at the Apple or Google Play Store. Start bidding now. The auction ends at 8 p.m. tonight. Fans can also donate by scanning the QR code to their cup holders here at the arena and donating on the GoFundMe link benefiting the Jimenez family. Let's get you a look at tonight's league leaders. That's brought to you by the Water Valley Company. Score a free beer, wine, or cocktail. Just mention Slapshot when you dine and order an entree at the Sandbar, the Lodge, or the Grain House, all located in Windsor. Don't miss your shot. Sip in style with a free drink at any of our 3 Windsor restaurants. Syracuse's Jacob Peltier tops the league with 66 points. Alex Borre-Boulay from Colorado right behind him with 62 in second. Arthur Calia from Belleville, the league's goal-scoring leader. He's got 33. Cameron Hughes from Texas tops in the AHL with 46 assists. And Coachella Valley's Ian McKinnon continuing to lead the league with 226 penalty minutes. All right, we'll get a break. When we return, kick off that Chevron First Intermission report with Caleb Allen. Eagles need to find some answers. Down 4-0 to the Firebirds after one here on 99.9 The Point.
You're listening to
14 minutes,
Meditating
1400.
with Jan from
Thank you.
Toyota. Visualize yourself off-roading in a Tacoma. Now engage your senses. What do you hear? A donkey. You're driving the kids to a farm sanctuary in a Grand Highlander. Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends March 31st. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit Peterson Toyota in Fort Collins today. Toyota, let's go places.
The best defense for a growing fintech company is a strong compliance and risk management offense. Let the experts at Comply navigate the regulatory landscape as you build new ways to meet consumers' financial needs. Visit ComplyNow.com to find out how they'll keep you out of the penalty box. ComplyNow.com. That's KOMPLY now.com.
I've always wanted to learn French, but the app I tried didn't help.
If you want to memorize words in another language, there's an app for that. But if you want to really learn another language, there's Babbel. Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different. Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Babbel feels like it was created intentionally by people who really know what you need to learn another language. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Want to really learn another language? Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com to save up to 50%. Babbel.com.
Orthopedic and Spine Center of the Rockies is proud to be deeply rooted in our community. Whether their physicians are providing orthopedic coverage at local high school sporting events, covering Colorado Eagles hockey games, or CSU athletics, you can bet that OCR is involved.
Their sports medicine physicians have been the official orthopedic providers of Colorado Eagles since 2003.
With over 100 providers, including 49 specialized physicians across 6 medical campuses, OCR takes pride in helping Coloradoans lead a healthy, active lifestyle. lifestyle. Visit orthohealth.com.
At the UPS Store, we understand the importance of a first impression. That's why we're here to help you put your best foot forward and be unstoppable with our printing services. With high-quality paper stock options, banners, business cards, menus, and more, we make sure your small business stands out and your message reaches the masses. After all, we're the one-stop Prints That Pop store. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, prices, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. Come into your local store today and get your print on.
This is the Colorado Eagles Intermission Report on 99.9 The Point.
Welcome to the Chevron First Intermission Report. I'm Caleb Allen. Chevron Colorado is focused on safely delivering the affordable, reliable, and ever-cleaner energy our state needs. Our team has reimagined what safely and responsibly producing oil and natural gas looks like with the goal of a lower carbon future. Well, not a solid, not a very good at all. 20 minutes in the books for your Colorado Eagles as they trail Coachella Valley 4-0. Let's take a listen to the highlights from that first period. We'll take you in 6 minutes, 7 seconds in, and Coachella Valley is on the board.
By the Firebirds on a vine and long shot hit off one of his own players in front. Rebound skips and picked up. Jugdorf hands it off on a vine and scores. Traffic in front of the net and on a vine from the blue line. They want to put it past Kaiser. I don't know if he was able to see it.
Ottavinen's third of the season gives the Firebirds a 1-0 lead just 6 minutes and 7 seconds into the contest. Now, less than 60 seconds later, 55 seconds to be exact, Carson Rickoff, with his 12th of the year, makes it 2-0 for the bad guys.
Back in along the end wall. Novak centers. It bounces loose. Eagles trying to track it down. Could not do so. Rickoff a shot. Scores. Oh, boy. Rickoff and Kaiser got a big piece of it, and it just rolled off the top of his right leg pad.
Rickoff's 12th of the season comes 7 minutes and 2 seconds in, and Coachella Valley leads 2-0 just 7 minutes and 2 seconds into the contest. Fast forward a few seconds later, it seems Eagles just can't get much going, and Coachella makes them pay as J.R. Avon puts it up at 11:08.
Front four there as Morrison smashed into. Avon trying to drop it off. Controlled by Olafson. Springs it ahead. Avon cruising in shot. Scores. Oh, boy. Avon just able to dance around Barons and then flips it up over the right leg pad of Kaiser.
Avon's 8th of the season, so Coachella Valley with a 3-goal advantage just 11 minutes into the contest. Colorado needing some life, needing something. They get their chance as Leighton Reed gets 2 minutes for holding a power play opportunity, quickly turned to a 5-on-3 just 6 seconds later as Oscar Molgard gets 2 minutes for delay of game, trying to clear the puck. No shots, no score for Colorado on the nearly 2-minute 5-on-3 power play, and back the other way comes another Coachella Valley score.
Intercepted once more. Now Colorado chasing after it, overskated by Hanson Buchanan. Centering feed for Rode. He'll be flushed over to the right wing boards. Plays it up high. One time, Hamill scores. Took a deflection in front, and it's 4-0 Firebirds.
Caden Hamill's 6th of the season makes it 4-0 Coachella Valley, 14:44 into the opening period. Shots in favor of the Firebirds, 9-7. Both teams with some power play opportunities. Coachella Valley goes 0 for 1. Your Colorado Eagles go 0 for 2 after the 5-on-3 failure. When we return, we'll take a look at other scores from around the world of sports in the Chevron First Intermission Report. Colorado Eagles hockey on 99.9 The Point.
As the state's largest oil and natural gas producer, Chevron employs your neighbors to help deliver the energy our communities need while teaming up with local organizations and investing millions of dollars to help the communities we call home. At Chevron, we're committed to safety, delivering the affordable, ever cleaner energy that powers Colorado forward. Together, we're fueling Colorado. That is energy in progress.
Discover your Northern Colorado dream home and the lifestyle to match at Prairie Song in Windsor, Colorado. This one-of-a-kind community brings together nature's beauty and modern living in perfect harmony. Enjoy scenic trails, vibrant parks, and a future resort-style pool the whole family will love. Relax and connect at The Nest, a cozy community gathering place. From charming cottages to spacious single-family homes, there's a home for every lifestyle. Just minutes from downtown Windsor and I-25, Prairie Song blends small-town charm with everyday convenience. Find your rhythm at liveprairiesong.com.
Hey man, thanks for coming so fast. I couldn't get anyone else to pick up.
Yeah, it's been a busy week. I'm not complaining though. Business is way up lately.
Wow, good for you. I've been trying to grow my accounting practice, but it's been pretty slow.
Yeah, I was in the same boat last year. What really helped me was checking out this site, mylocalcustomers.com.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, well, most people haven't. It gives you a look at how many people in town are searching for what you do, and it also provides a plan to help them actually find you.
Like online?
Exactly. It's eye-opening, and it only takes a couple minutes to get started.
Huh, well, you fixed my sink. Maybe you just fixed my business too.
Want to know how many people in your area are searching for your type of business? Start with a local customer analysis at mylocalcustomers.com. It's quick, it's easy, and it's free. Go to mylocalcustomers.com today.
That's mylocalcustomers.com. Mylocalcustomers.com.
The new year is all about possibility, but for many of us, it also comes with leftover holiday debt. At Blue Federal Credit Union, we believe possibility starts with clarity. That's why our signature personal loan helps you simplify high-interest credit card debt into one predictable monthly payment with competitive rates and flexible terms designed for real life. Less stress, more control, and a clear path forward. Learn more or apply today at bluefcu.com. Blue Federal Credit Union. For you, for life. Insured by NCUA.
Staples presents That Was Easy.
So I own a coffee shop, and I wanted to label everything with our logo.
That's ambitious.
Cups, boxes, bags.
Ooh, that'll add up.
Not at all. Because right now, Staples prints custom labels for 30% off.
30% off? That's shockingly affordable branding.
Yep. Now our logo and URL are seen all over town.
Brand your business for less at Staples.
That was easy.
Shop Staples in-store, online, or in the app by 4/18 to unlock. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details.
This is the Colorado Eagles Intermission Report on 99.9 The Point.
Welcome back to the Chevron First Intermission Report. I'm Caleb Allen. Let's take a look at your Master & Peterson's Flooring scoreboard. We'll take a quick look here in the AHL. 5 other games currently in progress along with your Colorado Eagles as the Springfield Thunderbirds a 5-2 lead for them. 12 minutes remaining in the third as they're taking on the Belleville Senators there in Ontario. Syracuse Cruncher into the third period and a 4-1 lead for them over the Cleveland Monsters under 12 minutes to go in the final regulation period in Syracuse. Providence Bruins are up 2-1 over the Utica Comets. 13 minutes remaining in regulation in Rhode Island. The Milwaukee Admirals and Grand Rapids Griffins just dropped the puck for third period action. They're squared away at 1 goal apiece. Both of those goals coming in the middle frame. And at the end of the first period, the Rockford Ice Hogs have a 2-0 lead over the Chicago Wolves through 20 minutes of play. 3 others about to get started here in the matter of moments. The Texas Stars taking on the Henderson Silver Knights. The Abbotsford Canucks and the San Jose Barracuda dropping puck any second now. And the Bakersfield Condors are playing host to the Calgary Wranglers, where that puck drop starts in an hour. Some finals from earlier today. The Bridgeport Islanders win 4-3 over the Hershey Bears in the shootout. The Manitoba Moose fall on the home ice to the Tucson Roadrunners 4-3 as Andrew Agozzino scores twice for Tucson. The Charlotte Checkers win 5-1 over the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. The Toronto Marlies win 6-3 over the Hartford Wolfpack, and a 3-1 win for the Ontario Reign over the Iowa Wild there in Des Moines. Utah Grizzlies lost last night 4-1 to the Indy Fuel. They're playing the Fuel once again here tonight, and they trail 2-0 with 10 minutes remaining in regulation in Indianapolis. Colorado Avalanche became the first team in the NHL this season to clinch a playoff berth with their 4-1 win over Chicago last night. They're back in action tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. puck drop set as they're in the nation's capital, taking on the Capitals. Denver Nuggets got a win last night as well, 121-115 over the Toronto Raptors. Nuggets are now 43-28 on the season, and they have the Trailblazers tomorrow on the schedule as they'll return to Ball Arena. And Peyton Watson will return to the lineup for your Denver Nuggets. Masters & Peterson's Flooring Design is the go-to destination for top-tier residential and commercial flooring in northern Colorado. Drop by their Windsor showroom or arrange for an in-home measurement, bringing their expertise right to your doorstep. The Eagles and New Belgium Brewing are excited to offer the craft beer pack this season. For select Eagles home games, get 2 20-ounce Voodoo Ranger or Fat Tire drafts and 2 tickets for just $75. For a full list of those craft beer pack nights or to order, visit coloradoeagles.com. When we return, we head back to the ice into the Chevron broadcast booth with Kevin McGlue and Les Borsheim as the Eagles are trailing Coachella Valley 4-0 here tonight. This is Colorado Eagles Hockey on 99.9 The Point.
At At the UPS Store, we understand the importance of a first impression. That's why we're here to help you put your best foot forward and be unstoppable with our printing services. With high-quality paper stock options, banners, business cards, menus, and more, we make sure your small business stands out and your message reaches the masses. After all, we're the one-stop prints that pop store. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, prices, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details.
Copy, thank you.
The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. Come into your local store today and get your print on.
The new year is all about possibility, but for many of us, it also comes with leftover holiday debt. At Blue Federal Credit Union, we believe possibility starts with clarity. That's why our signature personal loan helps you simplify high-interest credit card debt into one predictable monthly payment with competitive rates and flexible terms designed for real life. Less stress, more control, and a clear path forward. Learn more or apply today at bluefcu.com. Blue Federal Credit Union. For you, for life. Insured by NCUA.
Well, as the AHL affiliate to the Colorado Avalanche, your Eagles are feeding future stars to the NHL. And tonight we take a quick look at Avalanche prospect and current Eagle Gustav Stenberg in the nutrient of feeding the future profile. Stenberg signed by the Avalanche on March 13th, making his pro debut here tonight. A 6'4", 210-pound defenseman who just finished his college career at Bowling Green, where he finished first on the team this season with 34 blocked shots. Nutrient, a global agricultural leader, playing a critical role in feeding the future by helping growers increase food production in a safe and reliable manner. Nutrient is feeding the future. Well, as bad of a first period as you could possibly imagine for Colorado, as they go down 4-0 after the opening 20 minutes. All four of those goals coming at even strength. The Eagles had almost a full 2-minute 5-on-3 power play and not able to do anything with it. Just the second time all year that Colorado has allowed 4 goals in a single period. Last time they did that back on December 30th up in Calgary, a game that Eagles would come back to win 6-5. So still 40 minutes to work with here. And Colorado hoping that they can use that 40 minutes, trying to chip away here. Eagles force a turnover back in behind the nets of Coco. Reclaimed, though, by Coachella Valley out to center ice. Moved ahead. Here comes Firebirds with it. Fires, deflects it off a stick. They punch back to the corner. Flick it free and now picked up. Hayden with it. Moves it across that red line. Finds Nelson. Fires, deflected by Magna. Second chance. Stopped there by Miter down the butterfly. Hold on, again, a whistle. 19:24 left here in the second period. As the Eagles round shot in the first 9-7. Kyle Kaiser got the start tonight. Gave up 4 goals on 7 shots. Kyle Kaiser gave way to Trent Miner, who faced 2 shots in the first period. Stopped both of them. Nikkei Coco, 7 saves on 7 shots in the opening frame. And 4 goals from 4 different goal scorers. Face off to the left of Miter. And Oscar Fisker-Molgaard is back on the Coachella Valley bench after he got popped in the teeth with a high stick from Gustav Sternberg. And now Toporowski is going to get tossed from the face-off circle. And
rocket surgery here.
Yeah, the fans were already probably pretty salty after that first period. Less than patient with that. Face-off controlled by the Firebirds. Rattles down to the right wing corner. Picked up by Morrison as he's worked on immediately by TJ Tynan. Turned over, picked up Toporowski with it. Sends it along down the left wing wall. This will be reversed back the other direction. Icing against the Firebirds. Well, if you're in that dressing room, Borchio, what would you expect were the areas that were hit on by the coaching staff, by the leaders in that room after a first period where, Colorado gave up a goal 6 minutes, 7 seconds in. They gave up another one 55 seconds later. And then back-to-back goals just about 3.5 minutes apart after that. Tough opening 20.
Yeah, energy, effort, competing, awareness. Just, this is not the game you want to play, not the game this Eagles team has played all year long.
Sean with it off the face-off, brings it into the slot, hands it over. Toporowski, his drive blocked out. Poland keeps it moving down into the left wing corner. Play it to the low slot, but picked off by Jugnauth. Moved out to neutral ice. Eagles grab it again. Tynan trying to keep it alive. Feeds it ahead just outside the reach of Poland. So drift down. Tynan a shot. Save there by Coco. One of Colorado's best looks already here in this hockey game as Tied it after it. Dish it off. Brought in tight. Backhand shot. Save made into the low slot. And a rebound. Diverted wide with a stick by Morrison. Sean up to the blue line. Drive by Middleton. That one kicked away. Rebound loose in. Tight. And a penalty coming up here as one of Colorado's players got sliced down on his way in Jack Sean. Hooking is going to be the call here. So Colorado, who is 0 for 2 on the power play, and again 0 for 2 because they failed to connect on a 5-on-3 back in the first period. That was a minute and 54 seconds in duration. And Anna Vinen will take a seat in the box. And there's a ton of time left in this game, but this, to me, is a must-score type of a power play when you're down 4 rip.
Yeah, it's a good point to start right here. Working hard. Jack and Sean, tremendous this year. Power play. Fire one. You just kind of got to feel the Eagles can just generate a goal, get a bit of life. Go into the building and then feed off that and hopefully find a way to crawl back in this hockey game.
Face-off grab by Coachella Valley, and immediately they'll send it 200 feet down the ice as Miner holds it up in behind his net. He'll leave it there for Sean, who's joined by Barre Boulay, Tynan, Gushin, and Poland. Sean, drop pass for Barre Boulay, picks it up at his own blue line, works his way forward, enters the zone, into the slot, fires, and a save by Coco. And not a bad look at all for Alex Barre Boulay, who's already got 22 goals on the year.
Yeah, straight down the guts of the ice. 62 points, that's good for second in all of the AHL as well. 2 goals and an assist in the last game here for the Eagles.
Face off to the right of DK Coco. Play it up top. Bashan with it, left point. Drags it to the high slot now. Hands it off left wing side. Gushchin. Side of the cage for Tynan. Right back for Gushchin on the left wing wall. Plays catch with Tynan. Gushchin looks upstairs. Plays it onto the tape of a Sean. Long shot blocked down. Gushchin after it. Cross ice pass broken up with a stick. Barre Boulay collects it though. Now to the right wing hash. Gives it off for Tynan. Returns it for Barre Boulay. In behind the nets. Looking for options. Skates it to the left wing hash. Dives through the circle. Side of the net for Poland. Right back for Barre Boulay. Left wing wall. 58 left on the man advantage. Barre Boulay. Cross ice pass for Tynan. Tries to center it. Runs free. Tapped upstairs. A shot. Down the right wing wall. Gives it off for Tynan. Cross ice pass. Shot deflected. Rebound free and cleared down the ice. Eagles get their second unit out there. 39 seconds left on the man advantage. Brian Hune come back to pick it up. He'll be out there with Nielsen, McCarr, Megna, and Toporowski. Over for Jason Megna. He'll chuck it in left wing corner. Hayden first one there. Blitzes it free. It's going to jump over to the right wing boards. Fielded there by Nielsen. Tries to hand it down the wall. Fights to win it back. Jumps up into the air, down to the corner. Slipped loose and played for Yoon upstairs. 10 left on the power play. Nielsen, right wing hash. Upstairs, and a one-timer. Yoon deflected, knocked down, loose in the slot. This will filter out to neutral. And the Eagles now 0 for 3 on that Wally Speed Shop power play. Tipped in deep by Nielsen. He'll drive after it. Coco holds it up behind the nets. Give it to the left wing corner. Nielsen applying the hit. This will be rimmed around. Yoon pinches down, gets to it. Played along the inboards. Right back for Brian Yoon. Top of the right wing circle. Hands it down. Finds McCarr. To the high slot. Now button hooks back down the right wing. Charging in. Drops the shoulder. Throws on the break. Spins and fires. Save and a rebound. It'll be pulled away by the Firebirds. Moved on for Leighton Road, and he'll shovel it in from the red line. Sean Barron's after it deep in his own zone. He'll drop it off for Stjernberg. Gets it moving, but this one will be forced and kicked out left wing side. Toporowski playing in deep. Got away from Yedlichka. It'll curl to the side of the crease and be covered up there Barrett's to the high slot now for Wise. Loads and fires, deflects, and will carry him into the corner. Punched up the half wall. Senden trying to play it in deep. Yedlichka behind the nets. Curls around, a right wing circle. Spins and tries to give it off for Stjernberg. That one too far away from him, and the Eagles have to start again from their own zone. Stjernberg on down for Yedlichka. Will go rink wide for Barrett's into the zone. Gives it off. Wise trying to spring it across. Instead, deflects. Rattles back in along the inboards. Picked up by Fisker Molgarn. Brings it to the trapezoid and now sent out to neutral. Picked off by Middleton. Trying to push it ahead. Not enough on it. Now tangled up, and the Eagles lay claim to it once more. Pocket picked by Rakoff, and he'll spin and dump it deep. Eagles start again. Hanson Buchanan. Outlet pass for Bore Boulay. Went through the wickets, and that's going to be icing. And the draw returns back into the Eagles zone. Well, Colorado, they got some help last night as the Ontario Reign, the team that Colorado was chasing coming into tonight, and they came into these games here this afternoon 2 points back of the Reign with a game in hand on Ontario. Well, Ontario was on the road. They lost last night in Iowa. And they were on the road in Iowa again here earlier this afternoon. They were down 1-0, came back though and won 3-1. Long shot tracks wide. So Ontario, as of right now, 4 points up on the Eagles. Yeah, Colorado's still going to have a game in hand after this one, but boy, you don't want to have that gap widen any further here. Brought ahead by Olofsson. He'll turn it over. Middleton dish it off in his own zone for Yoon. Rolls it up the left wing side. Fed in deep. Felber. This one stopped by the netminder Coco. Out to neutral ice. Plucked free, and Felber will wind and chuck it in. Forced Coco to come out and play it once more. Drop pass as Olofsson spins it over to the right wing side. Out to neutral, deflects. Hops behind the net to Miner. He'll come out and play it there. Gives it off for Yoon. Long outlet pass. Tipped in by Felber. Rings around to the left wing side. Toporowski had a jump past his skates. Out to neutral ice. Splits back down. The Eagles have to tag up. So in the meantime, take it away. And now here comes Hamill racing in. And McKinnon's got hold of Felber right in front of the Colorado bench. And that's going to send, I think, both of them to the bench. It's at least going to send McKinnon. I think Felber going as well. And it takes us to a media timeout. 13:37 left in the second. The Eagles trail the Firebirds 4-0 back after this on 99.9 The Point.
As the state's largest oil and natural gas producer, Chevron employs your neighbors to help deliver the energy our communities need while teaming up with local organizations and investing millions of dollars to help the communities we call home. At Chevron, we're committed to safety, delivering the affordable, ever cleaner energy that powers Colorado forward. Together, we're fueling Colorado. That is energy in progress.
Buffalo Wild Wings is celebrating the Colorado Eagles with Buffalo Wild Wins. After any Eagles win on home ice this season, fans receive 6 free wings with the purchase of a drink immediately following the game and through normal business hours the next day. Head to Buffalo Wild Wings in Loveland, Longmont, Greeley, or Fort Collins and say Eagles win to score your free wings. A win for Eagles country means a win at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Insured by NCUA.
K99 Country Mornings with Sadie and Jeff is coming Monday, March 23rd. Tune in weekdays from 5 to 10 a.m. Back inside Blue Arena, alongside Les Bush, I'm Kevin McGlue with you. Our thanks to Caleb Allen producing tonight's broadcast, matching minors to Ian McKinnon and Ty Felber. McKinnon, who leads the AHL in penalty minutes, now with 228 on the year. So we'll skate 4-on-4. Borshi, the first time we've seen that here tonight. And Colorado's been a pretty good team at creating goals 4-on-4, and they need something to bring them back to life here, trailing 4-0 with just over 13 and a half to play here in the middle frame.
Yeah, Eagles are an incredibly fast team. I mean, the pace, the speed, especially up front, their defense, the ability to jump in. So with that just a bit of open ice, I mean, a team like the Eagles, that just favors them and bodes well and something, obviously you got to take advantage of, but they should have the upper hand versus Coachella.
So McKinnon and Felber each off 2 minutes for roughing. And a face off the left of Miner. Colorado going to put Tynan Nielsen, a Sean and Yoon out there. And now Morrison will get a warning off the face-off, and he'll get tossed. Furcus comes in. Tynan will kick it onto the tape of a Sean. Winds his way back behind the net to Miner to start the breakout. Now surges forward, makes his way out to neutral, drops it behind for Tynan. Stick handles over the center ice logo, into the zone, left wing side. A Sean had it run off his tape. And a whistle about 5 seconds after the play came into the zone for an offside. Yeah, the draw will come outside of the zone.
Nice touch on Jack Sean's season. 9 goals, 45 points. So far, that's good for second. All defensemen in the AHL, and he's really stepped up with the absence of Jacob McDonald on the back end of that offense he created last year.
Nielsen skates it back to his own blue line. He'll give it off there for a shot. Nifty move, got around Morrison. They connected skates. Sean went down, play rolls on. Yoon with it now in his own zone. Speeds it forward for Tynan, builds up speed into the zone, left wing side. Sean throws on the brakes, top of the left wing circle, cross ice pass for Yoon. Centering feed, Nielsen through the slot, gives it off. Tynan flips it right back across, broken up by the Firebirds. Here they come 3-on-2 into the zone. Give it across on a Vinen, fires, blocker save there by Miner. Critical stop for Colorado, 2-on-1 the other way. Nielsen with a Sean. Nielsen right wing side, tries to serve it over, broken up on the back check by Jugnoff. It's a good play there for the young defenseman from Coachella Valley. And on a Vinen will lasso it free in his own zone. Rim back down in. Jugnoff trying to skate away from pressure from Barre Boulay. Spit back out to the red line. Now Leighton Road with it. He'll reset as his team changing up. 38 seconds left to 4-on-4 hockey. 12-13 remaining here in the second period. Eagles down 4-0. Charging onward comes Road. Make that Nelson. He'll make his way into the zone. Sandwiched. The puck will curl back in behind the net of Miner. Middleton able to get it moving for Taylor McCarr. Skates his way in through the trapezoid. Loops back up the left wing wall. Now makes it out to neutral. McCarr stays in possession of it. Finally stripped and pushed over the blue line. Eagles will reset once more. 7 left of 4-on-4 hockey. Both players standing up in the box. Moving ahead down the right wing side. Drop pass. Sean Barron's with it. Splits a pair of defenders, but the puck will be poke checked free. Grabbed by Olofsson. We're back to 5-on-5, so neither team able to take advantage of the extra ice. Out to center ice. Brought ahead. Left wing side, Mitchell Stevens. Trying to give it off for Olofsson. Got caught up in the skates of Stjernberg. Back up over the blue line. John Hayden sends it bouncing off the chest of Wise. He'll get moving the other direction. Slings it over. Gushchin a shot and a save by Coco. Drops back down. Wise trying to keep it moving. Over to the wall, jumps over the tape of Wise and escorted out to center ice by Hayden. Zips it forward, right wing side, Chalet with it. Dips out of the way of a hit there from Stjernberg, who will come in and get a little shove from Hayden after the fact.
Oh, yeah.
And now Stjernberg dropping the gloves, and Stjernberg and Hayden going to go at it. Hayden with a couple of left hands onto the helmet. Gets the jersey up over the head. Now Stjernberg coming back with some right hands. And the linesman getting in between the two.
Oh, tarp's off.
That jersey rather just came right over. And good for Gustav Stjernberg dropping the mitts there. Colorado needs a wake-up call. And the rookie making his pro debut, trying to give it to him.
Yeah, why not? Get a little fight, great flow. Get out there. I mean, make every shift count, be noticed. And I mean, it's 4-0. You need a spark. You're just trying to create energy. I like this. I like this.
Yeah, Stjernberg, he looked at him and said, you want to go? And he was ready to go. Hayden, the guy who started the season up in the NHL with Seattle. And that's a guy with over 270 NHL games to his resume.
Where's Stjernberg from originally?
Stjernberg is from Sweden.
Nice.
And obviously started this season rounding out his college career at Bowling Green. The Eagles down 4-0. 10:50 left second period. And so the officials getting everything all sorted out here.
Oh, the tie down probably going to be a game or a 10, Boozy?
I believe that would be a 10, but to see here, Stjernberg, yeah, it's going to head off. There's 10:50 left in the second, and Stjernberg will head to the Eagles dressing room.
That's where you just pull your whole tarp off to your underwear. Once your gear comes off, Boozy, you pull the underwear tarp off, go shirtless. He's young, he'll learn.
So if Colorado loses his services, they'll be down to 5 defensemen for the rest of this one. And now they're going to skate his sweater, helmets, shoulder pads, and stick over to the Colorado bench. So, yep, game misconduct. You're right, Borshi. That is a game, not a 10. But injecting some life into this building that they haven't had a whole lot to cheer about so far here tonight.
Yeah, thank God here. Just a little something for everyone fans. A display a bit of will, effort, compete, even though some fights to start.
We'll see if Colorado has a response after that. This will be brought in by Morrison to the Colorado end. Played up high one time, kicked away by Miner. Offering there from right. Cycled back down to the corner. Furcus challenged by Megna. Grabbed by Morrison. At his pocket picked by Yoon. Chips it ahead now. Colorado on the move. Give it off for Megna. 3-on-3 rush right wing side. Fellemer centers it. Kicked away that time by Coco. Grabbed by Jagger. Furcus outlet pass. Avon cruising in. Avon to the low slot. Drop pass. And a great break up by Jacka Shaw. Threads it forward. Fellemer leaves it for Barre Boulay. Trying to return it for Fellemer. Angled free and reclaimed now by the Firebirds. This will be hoisted back into the Eagles zone. This is going to be icing against Coachella Valley. 10:01 left here in the second period. So
that's the second time Avon's got in behind the Eagles defenders all alone. I mean, top line guy, just head on a swivel. Can't allow that to happen. I mean, we take chances, but defensively, gotta have better awareness than that.
J.R. Avon, a guy who spent the last 2 seasons with Lehigh Valley in the AHL. Jerry Avon's stepfather is Steve Larmer. Long-time NHL Chicago Blackhawk.
What a wicked shot on Larmer.
Face-off, grabbed by the Firebirds. And again, this is going to be iced by Coachella Valley. And whistle dead. Shots are even at 11 apiece. Trent Miner, since coming in, has played 15 minutes, 22 seconds. Has 4 saves on 4 shots. Nikkei Coco, 11 saves on the 11 shots he has faced. Avon off the face-off win. We'll send this high. Glove down, but they're going to say it crossed the blue line and pulled the play offside. 9:49 remaining here in the second. Elsewhere in the Pacific Division, Abbotsford on the road at San Jose with an early 1-0 lead. 5 minutes left in the first. We had that one. Abbotsford right now has the worst record in the entire American Hockey League for the team that won the whole thing last year.
Yeah, champions to the cellar. They lost a lot of guys up to the NHL, but wow, what a turnaround.
Henderson at home against Texas, and that game tied at 1 midway through the first. Cooper Maroney spins it along, finds Leighton Road. He'll bring it in, fire it, paddled away by Miner. Drops in along the inboards. Jostled for there, Sean able to free it up. Finds Daniil Gushin. Out to neutral ice, picked up immediately by Olofsson. He'll slug it in deep. Sean back in his own zone. Steers it over for Tynan. Trying to leave it for Poland. That one ripped away. Fisker Molgaard with it, spins and plays it in. Picked up by Olofsson, crunched into by Sean. Still in possession of it as Behrens goes to work. Wrapping, firing, and a save there by Miner. And Behrens do a little shoving back and forth with Olofsson. Well, things defensively for Colorado have gotten better. The one thing you said you wanted to see was energy Your thoughts on what you've seen from Colorado here in the middle frame, where neither team has scored yet in the second period?
No, not a whole bunch. I mean, the energy a little better, but not to the level you expect a response after a start like that. What you need here to get back in this hockey game, the power play wasn't cooking at all in that opportunity. I don't know if they're even in the kitchen, and unfortunately, you got some time left. But yeah, I'd really just love to see the effort, the energy here. Increased start there.
Long shot from the blue line. It banks off the inboards. Going to be covered along the crease side of the net of Minor. And another face-off coming to his left. Exactly 9 minutes to play here in the second period. The problem being down 4-0 and saying, well, you know what, you still have 40 minutes to work with is you got to do something with the middle 20 to chip away. And Colorado, not a whole lot going here in terms of, you know, some quality chances against Nikkei Coco. They've had one, maybe two here in the second period.
Yeah, and on transition, like there's been nothing really on transition, reloading, attacking.
Offside on the Firebirds.
It's just, that's one of those games, pretty absent right now. Now we've seen Ontario lose to Iowa. I mean, Iowa's awful. I mean, teams do have games off nights, but I'm not worried about Ontario. I'm worried about the Colorado Eagles.
Yeah, well, and for Colorado, I think, again, you know what they're capable of doing, and this is still a team that coming into today 2 points out of first place. So you obviously have to look at that. That's a
perspective, yeah.
But I think for Colorado, in the last couple of months, really since the All-Star break, I think if you're the coaching staff, you just don't know what version of the Eagles you're going to get from night to night.
Yeah, that's a terrible habit. Trait to have in a hockey team, and it's a little scary, but hey.
At least you know what the capabilities are, and those are very high. As this is brought in by Marody. Brings it into the slot, twisted around, puck comes free, and picked up by Jedlichka. No numbers as he drops it back, finds Toporowski, make that Hanson Buchanan, and he'll serve it in deep. Jedlichka smashing into Hamill along the in wall, but taken over by the Firebirds. Now to center ice, Marody with it. He'll chuck it in and head off for a change. Fish free by Middleton, deep in his own zone. On now for Megna. To the left wing side, Feliber into the attacking end. Steers it back down in. Jumping in front of it is Nelson. He'll take it away. Eagles reclaim on the right wing side. Middleton backhands it behind the net. It's going to rumble around. Forces Sean to pinch down. Skips upstairs. And Feliber. Horseshoot around to the right wing side. Middleton after it. Lost the puck on the hash. And he'll jump back out to center ice. 3-on-3 rush into the zone. Centering feed offside as Morrison may have been just ahead of that play with 7:19 left in the second period. Now catch the official Colorado Eagles podcast with hosts Megan Angley and Jesse Montano of Guerrilla Sports, your go-to source for all access Eagles coverage. Make sure to tune in bi-weekly by following Guerrilla Sports on social. Tynan, Poland, and Gushin out there with Yoon and Barons back defensively now. Jugnoth sweeps it across the red line, belted in deep, rims around, rides up into the air as Yoon trying to glove it back down onto his tape, feeds it free, and now Poland forced this back out to neutral ice, grabbed on the move by Tynan into the zone. He'll chip and chase back in along the inboards on a vine and swipes it around left wing side. Barrett's trying to cruise in and hand it off. Instead got taken away, and Rode builds up speed over center ice and into the zone down the right wing side. Rode poke checked away. Barons gets it moving now for Gushin. Puck will dance around, brought in by Gushin. Looks for a trailer, serves it over. Poland cuts in. Oh, lost the puck as he went through a trio of players. And the Firebirds will send it the other way. Hanson Buchanan. There to grab it behind the net of Minor. The Eagles changing up their trio of forwards right now as Wise, McCarr, and Nielsen out there for the Eagles. Hanson Buchanan down the right wing wall. McCarr after it behind the nets of Coco. Challenge there by Hamill. Wise keeps it moving. Back down here deep. McCarr behind the nets. Curls around. Dives to the slot. Puck ran off his tape. It'll be picked up, but Chalet gives it off. On now for Marody. We'll dump a chase. In behind the net's kicked loose. Picked up by Chalet. The left wing side, mashed into, up high, right with it across the blue line. Hamill loads and fires. Blocked down in front, still free. And tapped loose by Hanson Buchanan. Now a shot with it. Scampers his way forward over the red line. He'll shovel it in. He'll head to the bench for a change himself. 5:35 left here in the second period. 4-0 Coachella Valley. Boy, in front of a sold-out packed house that's just looking for any reason to get excited. The Sternberg fight is about the only thing they've seen so far that might give them that chance as the Eagles going to ice this puck.
Yeah, it's absolutely the only thing. It's got them a reason to stand on their feet, get going. We see the other day had Lichka with the big hit after that timeout. That sparked the boys, got them going. That physical play can spark the team, but for this moment.
John Hayden comes out of the penalty box after his 5-minute major for fighting came to an end. He dropped the gloves with Gustav Sternberg, who also was hit with a game misconduct for not having that tie down snapped in place on his sweater as he was pulled up over his helmet during that fight. Colorado will send it in deep. Wrench back to the right wing wall. Yet Lichka twisted up down into the corner. Send it in there as well for Colorado. This will be popped free up the boards. Furcus smashed into. Avon working away. So is Jedlichka. Finally picked up. Brought back behind the net. Sent ahead. Nelson finds a man waiting. Furcus drops it between. Eagles scrape it free and send it back out to neutral. 4:47 left to the second. Morrison gives it off left wing side. Furcus centers it. Shot deflects and rips up out of play as Avon got a look. And it takes us to immediate timeout. 4:41 left in the second period. And it's all Firebirds. 4-0. Back after this on 99.9 The Point.
Help the Colorado Eagles change the luck of someone in need on Saturday, March 21st at the Eagles' annual Pot of Gold Night. Fans can support the cause, all while watching the Eagles take on the Coachella Valley Firebirds. The puck drops at 6:05 p.m., and the first 1,000 fans in attendance will receive a free Pot of Gold Stein. Limited tickets are available at ColoradoEagles.com. Colorado Eagles Hockey, the best in family affordable entertainment.
Notice how some homes sell faster in your neighborhood? It's not luck, it's local know-how. RE/MAX agents know their streets, schools, and communities inside and out. And with RE/MAX, those local pros are everywhere. Which means when you're ready to buy or sell, you'll get trusted neighborhood insight that puts you a step ahead. Reach out today. RE/MAX, the experts close to home. Each office independently owned and operated.
Colorado is the home of hockey, and the NCAA Men's Ice Hockey Regional returns to Blue Arena coming up next week, March 27th and 29th. Don't miss this chance to see the best in college hockey right here at Blue Arena. Visit BlueFCUArena.com for tickets. Limited inventory going to be released next week once that bracket is set. Kevin McClue, Les Borsheim with you here from Blue Arena. Caleb Allen producing tonight's broadcast back at the 99.9 The Point studios. And the Eagles, they are down 4-0. And our thanks to PCL Construction, making a $20,000 contribution to the Pot of Gold game. And Jaden Jimenez and his family, and Jaden, who suffers from a rare and very serious heart disorder. And off the face-off, Fisker Molgar deals it up high. Long shot, Jugnoff it into the corner, trying to change the fortunes of that family here tonight and help with the medical bills that they have had to rack up over the years. Colorado, watch Jugnoff steer it back over Morrison, make that on a Vine, and his shot blockered away. Dancing puck goes wide of the crease. It's going to be blitzed up and all the way down the ice. This will be icing against Colorado. And whistle dead with 4:15 left here in the second period. So great to see PCL Construction coming in a big way there with a $20,000 donation towards the effort.
Yeah, all about that generosity. Night like this. Very fortunate to have a lot of sponsors, people, stands in this community, this sport, this organization.
Face up back down to the Eagles zone. Now Barons has to go get a fresh stick. He broke his in half. HT with 14 shots on goal. Colorado had 7 in the first. They've got 7 right now in the second period. Coachella Valley with 9 shots in the first. They put 4 of those 9 shots into the back of the net. No scoring from either side here yet in period number 2. Eagles will get to it. Barons from his own zone. Works it along for Barre Boulay. Rink wide down the right wing wall. Firebirds clipped up, but a penalty coming up here as it'll be touched, chugged off. Cut him down. And the Eagles will get a power play. And like I said, boys, you know, when you look at it after that first period, you're down 4-0, you say, okay, it's not good, but you have 40 minutes to work with. But that doesn't mean save it all for the third period. You're going to start chipping away in the second. And here's a chance on your 4th power play of the game to try to get yourself on the board.
Yeah, like I said, that last power play, too. For the Eagles, just not connected. Got to be much better. More pucks to the net, high traffic. Got to work it better.
Eagles put that top power play unit out there. They'll win the face-off, and upstairs is Sean with it. Down the right wing boards for Tynan. Side of the nets. Backhand shot by Barre Boulay. Hit the outside of the cage, picked up by Tynan. Into the corner, he'll play it back upstairs. So Sean winds and fakes it. Snaps it across the blue. Daniil Gushin a drive. Deflects, just went wide. Rebound. In behind the nets. Rolls to the left wing corner. Colorado trying to stay with it. Picked up, cleared up, but not out. Held on to. Sean lost a handle on it, but able to push it over to the boards. Now back for a Sean in the high slot. Serves it over. Gushin. Side of the net now. Barre Boulay wraps, centers. And that shot never got off. Picked up by a Sean. Eagles stay in possession of it. Give it over for TJ Tynan through the right wing circle. Towards the nets now. Carves back, centers it. Gushin a shot deflected. That'll carry over the glass. Excuse me, over the crossbar. Hits off the glass, drops down. Eagles stay with it. 1 minute left of the power play. Centering feed for Barre Boulay, and this will be taken away and cleared down the distance. And the Eagles will get their second power play unit out there. Sean slices behind his netminder, picks it up. Drops it off for Barre Boulay. Magna out there right now, and a pass that's left for TJ Tynan, just able to beat Rode to it. Sends it left wing side, too far in front of Gushin. This will be cleared the distance. 30 left to the man advantage. Miter tees it up behind the nets again for a shot. Left wing side for McCarr. Makes his way in. McCarr throws on the brakes. Lost an edge. Goes down. That will force the puck free. Picked up by John Hayden. And he'll feather it down. And time for one last rush here on the power play for Colorado. Yoon quickly speeds it forward for Nielsen. Into the attack again. Left wing side. Poke check free, rimming around to the right wing. Megna on top of it. Fires, kick save, rebound, still jumping around and forced up. Kept alive inside the zone. Spinning drive by Toporowski. Nielsen, a rebound attempt, wrapping around. McCarr tries to center it upstairs for Yoon. Right back for McCarr, the right wing Ash. Plays it upstairs, finds Middleton a drive, deflects and skips free. McCarr picks it up, had it poked away. Banked off the glass, out through center ice. Yoon on top of it. So the Eagles, no shots on goal on that power play. Their 4th of the game. Still trail 4-0 with 90 seconds to play here in the second. The Eagles after it. Fellemer blasts it, hits off the outside of the post. Skips free, and this will be cleared up and out to center ice. Picked up immediately by Barretts. Hounded, stolen away. Furcus on the left wing, Ash. Trots back up to the blue line, now dumps it in deep behind the nets, finds Mitchell Stevens. Worked on by Sindit, in behind the cage once more, and that'll be stopped on the side of the net, held on to by Miner with 1:03 left here in period number 2. And well, as you try to dissect whether it was the minute 54 that you had on the 5-on-3 or the two-minute power plays that you've had in addition to that, or what's not working for Colorado, because again, not getting shots even.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we're even in the kitchen. We might not even have groceries to cook that power play here tonight. It's just, you're trying to press too much. It's just like, you got some elements missing, some players just it's not connecting at all tonight.
And we slip under 60 seconds to go here in a second period that's been better, but still hasn't been great for the home side. Hayden will play it in. Barrett's back to fetch it. Moves it up the half wall, trying to find Poland. Now get it going for Barre Boulay. Some speed out through neutral, gives it off for Megna. Centering feed, shots that deflects. Good look there for Barons. And Colorado hasn't had a lot going in transition tonight. That might have been the best piece we've seen so far.
Yeah, I was like all about speed and compete here. Transition fast, quick, reload to offense and attack. And there's been maybe 3 examples of that here. So you just gonna need more department. The Eagles usually just kill teams on that speed on transition and offensively attacking that blue line.
So the face-off remains in the Coachella Valley zone. Stevens getting in a little early, getting a warning from the linesman. And this is going to carry outside the zone. Ashawn will hustle back and get to it at his own blue line. Backs it off the wall. Tipped ahead by Megna. Taken away, though, by Nelson. Thumps it through the air, and the Eagles again starting it at their own blue. Barre Boulay carries it into the zone. He'll rim it around to the left wing corner. Poland after it. Gets a touch on it. Tied up along the end wall. 14 seconds left in this period. Colorado blitz it around. Ashawn after it. Right point. Winds, fakes it, zips it over. Backhand shot, bouncing puck in through the slot. Poland working on a road, who will cart it back behind his own netminder, and that's going to do it for a second period that, again, for Colorado, it was better than the first period when you gave up 4 goals and went in 4-0 on the wrong side, but you didn't get a whole lot going. And for Colorado, the drive and the energy and the desperation wasn't a whole lot better in that second period, which is unfortunate for Colorado. Still full 20 in front of you, but again, when you wanted to carve your way back into this game, I think it was pretty important that you get at least one there in that second period. Colorado had 2 power plays and not able to find anything as they continue to trail 4-0.
Yeah, desperation. I mean, little urgency here in the game, and then using better for that period. He's kind of using it loosely. I know we got to be positive, and they didn't allow 4 goals.
Yeah, they did not.
There we go, and it's just it's frustrating here. Obviously, fans, people, players, staff, but one more period here.
Well, Colorado did outshoot the Firebirds 10-5 there in the second period. So you look at shot volume. I mean, Colorado's done a pretty darn good job. But again, you look at that first period. It was 9 shots allowed. 4 of them found the back of the net. So that sets you up in a pretty grim spot. But for Colorado, you look at their 17 shots. Most of them have come from the perimeter.
Yeah, outside that house area. Nothing on the transition, really creating that middle lane drive. Just getting pucks through the net and net front presence, which is important. You bang in a lot of goals just off that. I mean, look at Coachella. I mean, I think they're playing their best game right now either. They're not happy. Like, this has been a stinker.
Yeah.
Sorry. We got another period. I asked my neighbor Jimmy, 97 years old, had a stroke, a couple mini strokes Wednesday. Got a hospital today. This is his first game watching and listening on Flow TV. So I hope we can find a way to get back a little entertainment for old Jimmy. He's a big inspiration in my life, that man. So.
Yeah, and you know, you'd love to see it for these great fans here tonight who packed this place yet again. And Pot of Gold night, you'd love to see something.
Oh, there's a lot. Yeah.
Great, but you know, if you could find a way to come out and have a huge period, boy, wouldn't that be a memorable Pot of Gold game? But for Colorado, I mean, it's got to start somewhere. The power play chances have been there. The 5-on-3 opportunity, just not able to really find any sort of a foothold. And credit to Coachella Valley, and they were opportunistic and took care of business in that first period. And second period, just as you had said, I bet they feel like they were a little lackadaisical in that middle frame themselves. But for Colorado, you got to find something. Gustav Stjernberg getting into the fight there in the second period was certainly the highlight for Colorado through the first 40 minutes of this contest. But he ends up taking a game misconduct, didn't have the tie down secured. So for Colorado, now you're down to rotating through 5D here for the rest of this one. But the Eagles have had bigger problems than that here tonight, but still a little bit of time to work with. Got to figure it out here in this second intermission. Main event just east of Blue Arena, proud to air all Colorado Eagles away games. And wear your Eagles gear to the main event and receive a $10 fun card, plus 20% off food and beverage following all home games this season. Just wear your gear and ask for your game card at the guest services station inside the entrance of main events. So, Coachella Valley doing all their scoring in the first period. Goals from Vili Anavainen, Carson Rakoff, J.R. Avon, and Caden Hamill. Jugnaut, Novak, Olafson, Furcus, Rode, Fisker, Molgard, all with assists. Coco's got the shutout going right now to boot. 17 saves on 17 shots. Trent Miner, I guess if you're looking for some silver lining, since he's come in, 7 saves on 7 shots that he has faced. But the Eagles, ugly number on the power play. They are 0 for 4 in this one. Again, maybe a bright spot. The Eagles have been pretty disciplined. They've only allowed the 1 power play to Coachella Valley, but I mean, you're really scratching and clawing, looking for bright spots here at this point. But again, a full period still in front of us. In the meantime, we'll get a break. Come back. Caleb Allen will rejoin us, get us that Chevron. Second intermission report. The Eagles trail the Firebirds 4-0 after 40 minutes here on 99.9 The Point.
At the UPS Store, we understand the importance of a first impression.
Thank you.
That's why we're here to help you put your best foot forward and be unstoppable with our printing services. With high-quality paper stock options, banners, business cards, menus, and more, we make sure your small business stands out and your message reaches the masses. After all, we're the one-stop Prints That Pop store. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, prices, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS Store. Be unstoppable. Come into your local store today and get your print on.
You're listening to Meditating with Jan from Toyota. Visualize yourself off-roading in a Tacoma. Now engage your senses. What do you hear? A donkey. You're driving the kids to a farm sanctuary in a Grand Highlander. Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends March 31st. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit Peterson Toyota in Fort Collins today. Toyota, let's go places.
Buffalo Wild Wings is celebrating the Colorado Eagles with Buffalo Wild Wins. After any Eagles win on home ice this season, fans receive 6 free wings with the purchase of a drink immediately following the game and through normal business hours the next day. Head to Buffalo Wild Wings in Loveland, Longmont, Greeley, or Fort Collins and say Eagles win to score your free wings. A win for Eagles country means a win at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Insured by NCUA.
I've always wanted to learn French, but the app I tried didn't help.
If you want to memorize words in another language, there's an app for that. But if you want to really learn another language, there's Babbel. Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different. Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Babbel feels like it was created intentionally by people who really know what you need to learn another language. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Want to really learn another language? Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com to save up to 50%. Babbel.com.
At Nutrient Egg Solutions, we're dedicated to helping you achieve your full potential by connecting you with the knowledge, tools, and solutions you need for success. Partner with our team of experts who are ready to tackle the unique challenges you face at each stage of the season with customized, whole acre solutions. Speak to your local crop consultant or visit us online at nutrienteggsolutions.com to learn how we can work toward feeding the future together.
This is the Colorado Eagles Intermission Report on 99.9 The Point.
Welcome to the Chevron Second Intermission Report. I'm Caleb Allen. Chevron Colorado is focused on safely delivering the affordable, reliable, and ever-cleaner energy our state needs. The result is a transformational tankless facility design that lowers our greenhouse gas emissions by more than 90% and shrinks our surface footprint by more than 95% compared to legacy designs. 20 more minutes in the books, and the score remains the same. Coachella Valley leading your Colorado Eagles 4-0. Let's take a listen to the highlights. We'll take it back into the opening period, and it's 6 minutes and 7 seconds in, and the Firebirds are on the board.
The Firebirds It's on a vine and long shot hit off one of his own players in front. Rebound skips and picked up. Jugdog hands it off on a vine and scores. Traffic in front of the nets and on a vine from the blue line. Able to put it past Kaiser. I don't know if he was able to see it.
Otto Vinen's third of the season gives Coachella Valley the early lead, just 6 minutes and 7 seconds in to the opening period. 55 seconds later, Firebirds up 2-0.
Back in along the end wall. Novak centers. It bounces loose. Eagles trying to track it down. Could not do so. Rakoff a shot. Scores. Oh, boy. Rakoff and Kaiser got a big piece of it, and it just rolled off the top of his right leg pad.
Carson Rakoff's 12th of the season, just 7 minutes and 2 seconds into the contest, has Coachella up 2-0. Well, things were looking shaky for Colorado. Not a lot of high danger chances for them offensively. And then another one comes back the other way.
1-4 there as Morrison smashed into. Avon trying to drop it off. Controlled by Olafson. Springs it ahead. Avon cruising in shot. Scores. Oh, boy. Avon just able to dance around Behrens and then flips it up over the right leg pad of Kaiser.
J.R. Avon's 8th of the season comes 11 minutes and 8 seconds into the first period, and 3 goals in the opening 11 minutes. Create a giant hole for Colorado. They would have a chance, though, as they get a power play opportunity right after the Avon goal. Leighton Rowe gets 2 minutes for holding, and 6 seconds later, Oscar Molgaard's delay of game gives Colorado a 5-on-3, no score. They go 0 for 2 in the opening period on the power play, and then quickly back the other way. Caden Hamble makes it 4-0.
Intercepted once more. Now Colorado chasing after it. Overskated by Hanson Buchanan. Centering feed for Road. He'll be flushed over to the right wing boards. Plays it up high. One time Hamble scores. Took a deflection in front. And it's 4-0 Firebirds.
4-0 Firebirds. The score stays the same. Not a lot happening in that middle frame. Did get a fight and a game misconduct for the Colorado Eagles, but they did have 2 power play opportunities in that middle frame and did not score. Colorado 0 for 4 on the man advantage. Coachella Valley still 0 for 1, did not get one in that middle frame. Colorado out shooting Coachella Valley 17-14, including 10-5 in that middle frame, but still no goals for the good guys. They trail Coachella Valley 4-0. As when we return, we'll take a look at other scores from around the world of sports in the Chevron second intermission report right here on 99.9 The Point.
As the state's largest oil and natural gas producer, Chevron employs your neighbors to help deliver the energy our communities need while teaming up with local organizations and investing millions of dollars to help the communities we call home. At Chevron, we're committed to safety, delivering the affordable, ever cleaner energy that powers Colorado forward. Together, we're fueling Colorado. That is energy in progress.
You're listening to Meditating with Jan from Toyota. Visualize yourself off-roading in a Tacoma. Now engage your senses. What do you hear? A donkey. You're driving the kids to a farm sanctuary in a Grand Highlander. Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends March 31st. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit Peterson Toyota in Fort Collins today. Toyota, let's go places.
As the state's largest oil and natural gas producer, Chevron employs your neighbors to help deliver the energy our communities need while teaming up with local organizations and investing millions of dollars to help the communities we call home. At Chevron, we're committed to safety, delivering the affordable, ever cleaner energy that powers Colorado forward. Together, we're fueling Colorado. That is energy in progress.
Paid for by Hims & Hers Health Plans, not available everywhere. Compounded drug products are not approved or evaluated for safety, effectiveness, or quality by the FDA. Prescription required. Restrictions at ForHers.com apply. Wegovy and Ozempic are FDA approved under the registered trademarks of Novo Nordisk AS, which is not affiliated with Hims & Hers.
Trying to lose weight? It's time to try Hers. At forhers.com/radio, you can access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss treatments tailored to you. These include oral medication kits and compounded GLP-1 injections, the same active ingredient that's in Ozempic and Wegovy. Through Hers, pricing for oral medication kits starts at just $69 a month for a 10-month plan when paid in full upfront. No hidden fees, no membership fees.
Hers brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatments that put your goals first. Reach your weight loss goals with help from Hers.
Get started at forhers.com/radio to access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss plans. That's forhers.com/radio. forhers.com/radio.
The new year is all about possibility, but for many of us, it also comes with leftover holiday debt. At Blue Federal Credit Union, we believe possibility starts with clarity. That's why our signature personal loan helps you simplify high-interest credit card debt into one predictable monthly payment with competitive rates and flexible terms designed for real life. Less stress, more control, and a clear path forward. Learn more or apply today at bluefcu.com. Blue Federal Credit Union. For you, for life. Insured by NCUA.
This is the Colorado Eagles Intermission Report on 99.9 The Point.
Welcome back to the Chevron Second Intermission Report. I'm Caleb Allen. It's time now for your Masters and Peterson's Flooring Scoreboard update. Let's check out some scores from around the sports world. We'll start right here in the AHL. Plenty of action here on a Saturday night. We'll take you to San Jose, where the Barracuda are playing host to the Abbotsford Canucks, and it's a 1-0 lead as the second period is just underway. The Canucks holding that one-goal lead. Rockford Ice Hogs are up 2-0 in Chicago over the Wolves as Chase Defoe scores twice in the opening period. Scoreless in the middle frame, and we're headed to the third period in Rosemont. At the end of the first period, the Henderson Silver Knights are squared away with the Texas Stars, 2 goals apiece, as we still wait the Bakersfield Condors as they'll host the Calgary Wranglers. Puck drop set for any moment in the coming seconds. The Milwaukee Admirals up 5-2, will get a final 5-2 over the Grand Rapids Griffins. Took a shootout, but the Bridgeport Islanders get it done over the Hershey Bears 4-3. The Tucson Roadrunners get a 4-3 final over the Manitoba Moose in Winnipeg. The Charlotte Checkers back to their winning ways, 5-1 over the Lehigh Valley Phantoms for their 36th win of the season. Hartford Wolfpack fall on the road to the Toronto Marlies, 6-3. And the Ontario Reign, cover your ears, Eagles fans, win 3-1 over the Iowa Wild. They're now 40-17, 3-2 on the season are the Reign. The Belleville Senators fall on the home ice to the Springfield Thunderbirds 5-3, and the Cleveland Monsters fall 6-2 to the Syracuse Crunch in New York. And the Providence Bruins win on the home ice for win number 47 on the season, 5-2 the final over the Utica Comets. Utah Grizzlies lost last night 4-1 to the Indy Fuel, and it's a 4-0 final. Just went final here moments ago, as the Grizzlies have now dropped 2 straight after Sunday night's win. Avalanche become the first NHL team to clinch a playoff spot with their 4-1 win over Chicago last night. Avalanche back in action tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. as they're in the nation's capital taking on the Capitals. Denver Nuggets win 121-115 over the Toronto Raptors last night. They're back in action tomorrow at 3 p.m. as they'll play again at Ball Arena, hosting the Trailblazers, and Peyton Watson is set to make his return after 6+ weeks of being out of the action. Masters & Peterson's Flooring and Design is the go-to destination for top-tier residential and commercial flooring in Northern Colorado. Drop by their Windsor showroom or arrange for an in-home measurement, bringing their expertise right to your doorstep. The Colorado Eagles flight crew that tends to the ice at every Colorado Eagles home game are powered by Iron Mountain Collision Repair. No job is too big or too small. They do anything from semi-repair to passenger cars, trucks, and hail damage repair. When we return, we head back to the ice into the Chevron broadcast booth with Kevin McGlue and Les Borchon. Third period action as the Eagles are trailing Coachella. The point.
Panorama LASIK at Eye Center of Northern Colorado, the official LASIK surgeons of your Colorado Eagles. This is Kevin McGlue, and I had my LASIK procedure done at the Eye Center of Northern Colorado, and I'm still seeing the action better than ever, almost 15 years later. The Eye Center of Northern Colorado, now offering the new Smile procedure. For a free consultation to determine if you're a candidate, visit PanoramaLASIK.com or call 970-221-2343.
At the UPS store, we understand the importance of a first impression. That's why we're here to help you put your best foot forward and be unstoppable with our printing services. With high-quality paper stock options, banners, business cards, venues, and more, we make sure your small business stands out and your message reaches the masses. After all, we're the one-stop Prints That Pop store. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, prices, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS store. Be unstoppable. Come into your local store today and get your print on.
And here we go with third period of play from Blue Arena with Eagles trailing the Coachella Valley Firebirds 4-0 through 40 minutes of play. All 4 of those goals for the Firebirds coming back in period number 1. Otavainen, Rakoff, Avon, and a Hamill, all with goals there. Assists for Jugnaut, Novak, Olofsson, Furcus, Rode, and Fisker Molgaard. Kyle Kaiser got the start tonight for Colorado. Gave up 4 goals on 7 shots. Trent Miner came in late in that first period and has since made 7 saves on 7 shots in the 25 minutes he has played. Nikkei Koko in net for Coachella Valley has stopped all 17 shots thrown his way. Alongside Les Borsheim, Kevin McClure with you. Our thanks to Kayla Allen. Brought us that Chevron second intermission report. And the number that I think has to really compound the frustration for Colorado is the 0 for 4 on the power play. As Colorado here tonight, they have had a 5-on-3 power play for 1:54 back in the first period. And then in the second, they had 2 power plays that were 2 minutes apiece and have not generated much in terms of shots, let alone those high percentage chances here tonight.
Yeah, been asleep at the wheel there with the power play, and it's critical of your offense on nights like this too, where it's just hard to generate, getting going. Your transition isn't there, your zone isn't there. Get that power play, you can find a way to at least generate a goal, and here tonight, not yet so far.
Colorado going to dump it in deep, wrenched around, play it up high. Middleton keeps it alive as they'll buzz it back down in behind the net. Fellemer picks it up, crunched into, trying to get that puck moving. Grabbed, a shot, loads, fires, deflects, it just went wide. Boré Boulay, the tip on it. Middleton keeps it moving down the wall. Spit back up and out through center ice as Middleton will hustle back. Lays claim to it in his own zone, quickly sends it on. A Shaw deflects it deep. Otavainen at first one there though. Brings it around, Nielsen. Able to get a touch on it, set it up high. Yoon from the high slot, gives it over. Shot blocked as Nielsen got a look from the circle. Play it up, hemmed in and blasted around by McCarr. Gonna jump down to the left wing side. Nielsen finishes his check there as this will be rejected back into the Eagles zone. They're on Pot of Gold night, raising money for 16-year-old Jaden Jimenez and his family. And penalty coming up here, and it's going against Coachella Valley as Sean got tripped up. Played in deep, touched by Coco. And the Eagles will go on the Wally Speed Shop power play for the 5th time here tonight. And they are absolutely desperate for something to break through here. And here's your chance to get an opportunity on the man advantage in the 3rd period early.
Yeah, no moment. Like right now, right here. And crazy things that happen, but it all's got to start here, right, Kevin, with just 1 goal and this power play. You don't want to have this luck going 0-4 with the opportunities you've had here tonight, so you got to get one. Get a little morale, boost, confidence, mojo on your power play.
Roy tripping up Taylor McCarr as the puck brought out to neutral ice. 1-on-1 shorthanded, now 1-on-2. Fisker Molgaard shot blocked down. The Eagles get it. Bring it ahead out to center ice. TJ Tynan across that blue line into the zone. Left wing side for Gushchin to the point now. Sean with it right back down for Danilo Gushchin. Again, serves it to the blue line. Gushchin left wing circle. Shot deflected. Rebound knocking around. Taken over and Nelson will clear 200 feet. Boré Boulay, not a bad option there on top of the paint. Eagles will start again. Minute 24 left on the man advantage. Sean with it. Lays it back for Boré Boulay. Drives his way onward. Flicks it over left wing side. Gushchin trying to go rink wide. Broken up but kept in the zone. Tied it side of the net. Wrap it around. Put back opportunity and Gushchin just had his stick lifted. Coco down on the ice. Slowly trying to pick himself back up. In the meantime, here comes a shorthanded rush the other way. Payton flips it ahead. Finds Road. A shot and a save there by Miner. He'll drop it. Keep it moving. Coco is back on his skates, but the Eagles need to get their second power play unit out there. 49 seconds left on the Marodi Miner. Finally, they transition those players out onto the ice as a shot. Drops it off. Finds Tristan Nielsen into the attacking zone. Right wing side for Jason Megna. Played up top. Ryan Yoon on the right point. Down the half wall. Toporowski. Back and forth with Megna. Toporowski on that right wing hash. Looking back door. Deflected as he was looking for Nielsen. Instead, it's going to be cleared up and hemmed in at the blue line there by Yoon. Nielsen Gives it off for Toporowski on the right wing boards. Upstairs, he'll shovel it in deep. Slugged around left wing corner, now behind the cage. Centering feed shot. Scores! Taylor McCarr puts it top shelf, and the Eagles break through on the power play, and it's 4-1.
Yeah, good play there, power play. Working it around, but down low to Magna behind the net. Out front, big man McCarr with another goal. 3 goals, 3 assists now. Last 3 games, he has been one of the better Eagles here in this last little bit.
Yeah, no question about that. 12 goals on the year now for the 24-year-old rookie, and Conrad hoping that can be a springboard with 16:47 still to work with. And Eagles make good on the power play. Jason Megna, Tristan Nielsen with the assists on that tally. Eagles dump it right back in. Left wing side, uninvited. Hounded by Sendit. Centering feed, shot blistered high by Wise. This will carry up out of play. As a good look there for Jake Wise. That would have changed things had that one been able to stay within that frame, but instead carries up and out and keep the face off in the Firebird zone. 20 shots now for Colorado, 15 for the Firebirds.
Yeah, I was there, right? Wise. That opportunity bleeds out. Turnover. Good spot, good shot, good rip. Just misses that net.
Yeah, the face off to the right of Nikkei Koko. To the corner it goes. Nielsen worked on by Olofsson. Tying it in there as well, trying to pick that free off the kick plate. Morrison on the outside. Taylor McCarr buzz it upstairs, but intercepted by Furcus. Trots out to neutral. Sends it ahead. Avon slips in. Good back check by Middleton will divert that effort. Now some speed coming the other way. Nielsen leads the rush. Dump it in. Along the inboards, McCarr fights it free. Tied it upstairs. Long drive. Deflects, rides wide. Settles up in the right wing corner. Just over skated. Taken away by Nelson. Serves it onward. Olofsson 1-on-3. Just taps it down the right wing boards. He'll scurry off for a change. McCarr picks it up. Sweeps it around as he finishes a check. Does McCarr on Novak. Outlet pass. Deflects. Side of the cage. Eagles get to it. Barre Boulay down the wall for Megna. Brings it top of the circle. He'll send it in deep. Horseshoes around left wing side. Hands of Buchanan keeps it moving. Barre Boulay. High slot. Megna loads it. Fires. And it's gloved down and held onto by Koko. 15-19 left here. He had period number 3. Eagles on the board, but trail 4-1. Now the Eagles and New Belgium Brewing excited to offer the craft beer pack this season. For select Eagles home games, you can get 2 20-ounce Voodoo Ranger or Fat Tire drafts, plus 2 tickets to the game. You get it all for just $75. For a full list of craft beer pack nights or to order, visit ColoradoEagles.com.
Yeah, really hard not to notice Taylor McCarr. I mean, big hit, reverse hit, defensive zone. He's on the puck, aggressive, making a difference, and could earn another shot up. Yeah, keeps playing and wheeling and producing like this.
Side of the cage picked up. Fellemer, his shot fanned on. Oh boy. Quick developing opportunity right on the side of the crease, but just toe picked a bit. And now blistered side of the net's going to dribble onto the crease and be covered there by Miner. Not quite 5 minutes gone here at period number 3. Eagles back within 3. Get no scoring for either side in the second period. And Colorado now 1 for 5 on the man advantage. Coachella Valley 0 for 1. Face-off will unfold to the right of Trent Miner. Upstairs off the face-off win. Jugnoth skates left wing circle, fires, and it's gloved away by Miner. With 15 minutes on the nose remaining on the third. And, you know, what's interesting is you have the start tonight for Kyle Kaiser, but Trent Miner had to go in the first period. And then you've got a quick turnaround tomorrow. You play at 3 p.m. You do have Isaac Posh, who is a healthy scratch here tonight, as a potential, but something to consider if you're thinking about going to minor to start tomorrow is that he's had to come in and play the bulk of this one here this evening.
Well, or you give Kaiser the net again, let him bounce back, see what he's got. I mean, kid's been good this year. He's had a bad game here tonight, but give him an opportunity to redeem himself.
Colorado chance at a 2-on-1 hustling away. Here comes Yuna, shot to the kick, save by Coco. Right back the other direction. Fisker Bolgard cruises in. No numbers. He'll hold up, send it along. Bounced out of midair. Picked up again by Fisker Bolgard. Work it to the right wing wall. Charging after it. Leighton Road into the corner. Slugs it around to the left wing hash. Picked up there by Olofsson. Up high, long drive. Well wide of the target. Ripples up the half wall. The Eagles chasing after it. Bodies collide down to the corner. Freed up. Gushit picks it up. Snaps it across. Finds Poland. Floats it in from the red line. He'll chase after it by himself as the Eagles make changes. Turned over. Wide side of the cage. Gets a shot and a save there by Coco. And Stevens will get it moving. Back out through neutral ice. Grabbed by Hayden. Into the zone. Stops on the top of the circle. Backhands it into the corner now behind net of Miner. Stevens challenged and played back up to the right point. Buzzed in deep by Hamill. Stevens trying to find a man waiting. Does so, and Hayden work it to the blue line across that blue. Hamill shot deflected. Toporowski down. Slowly picking himself back up. Puck loose in the slot. Chip back up but just over the blue line. Snagged again by Wright. Moving along and out to neutral ice. Eagles looking to get it and move it. Slug it in but taken away immediately by Hamill with 13 and a half left here in the third. Eagles down by 3. Outlet pass intercepted. Outlet feed now finds Tynan into the zone. Rolls it down the wall, back behind the nets. Barons after it, gets to it, curls, fires, scores! Sean Barons beats Coco along the ice, and the Eagles back within 2.
You feel that? A heartbeat. The heart's beating, the blood's going, the boys are flying, they're buzzing here a bit in this third period. Basic wraparound Barons, who's really good game. Last 2 games ago, good point production there. Great job on the wraparound, being alert, aggressive, and that's what the Eagles needed. Another boost, another goal, and hey, let's see what we can do here.
Still 13-15 to work with here in the third period. Sean Barons is 5th of the year. A guy that had a goal and an assist on Wednesday against San Diego. He now has 3 goals in his last 5 games. TJ Tynan will pick up the primary assist, and Aiden Hansen-Buchanan will get his first career AHL point with a secondary assist. And now Olofsson with it back in his own zone. Gives it off for Nelson. Guided ahead, picked off Hansen-Buchanan. Cross for Barons. Outlet feed, that one too hot to handle, and that's going to be icing against Colorado with 12:53 left here in the third. Well, for exceptional laundry and dry cleaning services, look to Burke Cleaners. We offer 30 years of experience, 7 convenient locations open 24 hours a day, and seamless pickup and delivery service. Burke Cleaners, voted best of NOCO 14 years in a row. Laundry and dry cleaning made simple. Colorado 22 shots. 17 for Coachella Valley. Shots 5-3 in favor of Colorado here in the third, including back-to-back goals. One on the power play for LaCar, and one at even strength for Barons. First-year players getting on the score sheet there with the goals as McCarr after it again. Out near the red line, but this will be swept into the Eagles zone one more time. Miner out behind the nets. Leaves it there for Hansen-Buchanan. Center ice, bouncing puck. Tap free, moved along. Eagles corral again in their own zone. And now fans trying to pump more life into this team that's back within 2. With 12 and a half left here in the third. Barons from his own zone. Outlet deflected in. Gonna drop down left wing corner. Nelson gives a look over the shoulder. Smashed into by Magna. Rings it around. Yoon drives it in deep one more time. Picked off by Nelson. Sends it up high. Chip free. And Magna trying to center it outside the reach of Barre Boulay. Grabbed by Olofsson. Feeds it ahead. Mitchell Stevens into the attacking zone. Tries to center it. Broken up by Magna. It'll be covered in the paint by Miner. We'll get a whistle and a media timeout. 11:55 left in the third. Eagles within 2 thanks to goals from McCarr and Behrens. Back after this right here on 99.9 The Point.
Orthopedic and Spine Center of the Rockies is proud to be deeply rooted in our community. Whether their physicians are providing orthopedic coverage at local high school sporting events, covering Colorado Eagles hockey games, or CSU athletics, you can bet that OCR is involved.
Their sports medicine physicians have been the official orthopedic providers of Colorado Eagles since 2003.
With over 100 providers, including 49 specialized physicians across 6 medical campuses, OCR takes pride in helping Coloradoans lead a healthy, active lifestyle. Visit orthohealth.com.
At Nutrient Egg Solutions, we're dedicated to helping you achieve your full potential by connecting you with the knowledge, tools, and solutions you need for success. Partner with our team of experts who are ready to tackle the unique challenges you face at each stage of the season with customized, whole-acre solutions. Speak to your local crop consultant or visit us online at nutrienteggsolutions.com to learn how we can work toward feeding the future together.
Well, I want to say thank you to Eagles Country for another amazing pot of gold game tonight. Able to raise $130,130 for the Jimenez family and Jaden's ongoing treatments as he battles a rare genetic heart condition. Special thanks to Blue Federal Credit Union, Subaru of Loveland, PCL Construction, Lucky Joe's, the UPS stores of Fort Collins, OVG, 1 Hour Heating and Air, Weldon Larimer Sheriff's Office, and the Lind family for making this evening fundraiser possible. It's just an incredible night. And again, a young guy that is dealing with an awful lot and a rare and very serious heart disorder, and all the treatments that come along with it and everything he deals with day to day, and the medical hardships and the financial hardships that the family has had to take on, a chance to present them with that check right now. Just incredible, and a big thank you to all these great fans.
Yeah, truly remarkable, the generosity, what we can do when we all come together here as community, Eagles fans, all the sponsors, everything. It's outstanding. Hard to put into words sometimes.
Puck is loose in the Colorado zone, back deep, and it played up high. Jugnoth shot deflects, spins wide. Eagles trailing 4-2, but have scored back-to-back goals to pull themselves back within a pair. This puck will be fought up, and Colorado, nifty play. Give it a hand, but Colorado can't touch it, as that was a hand pass. They'll wait for Furcus to get in there. They finally blow it dead, and because they didn't touch it, the faceoff's going to come in the Firebirds zone with 11:23 left here in period number 3. And still time to work with here, Borsche. There's no question about that.
Tons. One shot, 1 goal away. Thinking this is a 1-goal game, and it is hockey. You just got to stick with it, stay the course some nights. It's been absolutely, for 2 periods, you come out third, get a goal, get another one, and now, look, the ice is tilted. Right in this.
Into the corner it travels. Nielsen working away on right. Sends it up. Bouncing puck fielded by a shot. He'll deal it down. McCarr trying to stay with it. And a penalty coming up here. And it's going against McCarr. He got twisted up with one of the Firebirds who went down. And we get a whistle with 11:07 left here in period number 3. And it looks like McCarr is likely headed to the box. This will be the second power play of the Knights for Coachella Valley as the Eagles head to the Subaru of Loveland penalty kill. And McCarr will take a seat in the box. So he'll head off. 2 minutes for tripping.
Well, it's been much better here in second period. Effort, energy, opportunities to score. Just because you're down a man here, shorthanded. No Ty Felber. He's got 4 shorties this year. Him and Magnum can work some real magic when they're down. First things first. Defending, though, and killing this off.
Well, it will be Magnum, Felber, Middleton, and Barron's out there to get things going on the PK. The Eagles push the face off to the wall, blistered up, still tangled up just inside the zone. Felber trying to force it out, could not do so. Moving across right wing side, deflected in front, tipped, and a great stop there. Fisker Molgard able to get a piece of that there in the low slot, but Miner on top of it, denies that chance. Here comes Nelson from his own zone for the Firebirds. Skates over the red line, spins and drops it back for Furcus. Enters the attacking end to the left wing wall. And a big hit applied there as Barons just smoked him into the corner. Puck caught up underneath Furcus.
That's a good pop there by Barons.
Now rolling around, centering feed, picked up Maroney. Down to the corner, this puck will deflect and ride up out of play with 1:12 left on the power play. 10:18 remaining here in the third period. Eagles trail by 2.
Hey, Barons is involved. Creates a goal. Big time hit right there. Some way to kill a penalty. Stop puck possession.
Late road will swap sides. Avon comes in to take the draw. Going up against Mark Sendon.
I don't get it.
And now more discussion. The linesman and 2 centermen. Face off, clear down the ice by Colorado. Coco halts at side of the cage this time for Jugnaut. Carries it forward, long outlet pass, knocked down. It'll spill into the zone, but be cleared back the other way by Mark Sendon. Jugnaut again to corral it back in his own zone. Up there with Hayden, Avon, Road. Oh, and Rakoff just knocked down Barons. That's going to be interference. That's going to wash out the remaining 40 seconds of that power play. That was pretty blatant for the 2 referees to see as Rakoff's going to shrug his shoulders, but he popped Barons from behind at the blue line, trying to create a little lane to work with.
Yeah, maybe a little retribution for Barons. That big lick hit he had on this penalty kill. Regardless, good way to kill off a penalty.
So we'll skate 4-on-4 for 40 seconds, and the Eagles have a power play for 1:20, and they're fresh off scoring on their last opportunity on that man advantage. 1 for 5 on the night. Face off to the left of Coco. Megna, Nielsen, Yoon, and Barons out there. The draw shifts back down in the Firebird zone. Megna wins that face-off. Upstairs, Barons gives it off from Megna. High slot, little give and go. Bouncing puck, Nielsen chasing after it. Just able to force this out to neutral as Morrison picked up by Furcus. He'll leave it for Otavine. Springs it across the width of his own zone. Tyson Jugnaut snaps it ahead for Morrison. Dips back into his own zone. 9:25 remaining here in the third. Eagles trail 4-2. Furcus lugs it onward. Gets across that red line. Jams on the brakes. Spins it back into his own zone. So, Colorado going to get his power play out there. That will start in 4 seconds. Nelson still back behind the net. Clears it 200 feet. Miner stops it. See if Colorado can rekindle the magic from their last power play with McCarr finding the back of the net. Sean drops it off for Barre Boulay. Outlet pass. Here comes a Sean. Oh, they whistle it offside. Oh. That was razor thin.
Oh, what a beautiful pickup by Sean on that.
What, he caught it with his skate.
Incredible, yeah.
We'll get a look at the replay here, Borshi. Let me know if you think this was offside or not. Barre Boulay with that long outlet pass.
Yeah, maybe.
Tough to tell from that vantage point, but that would have been a shot from the blue line in all alone. Instead, the face-off back down to the Eagles zone. 1:07 left on this Wally Speed Shop power play. 8:53 still to go here in the third. Eagles with that draw. Sean with it. Lurch forward. Fisker Molgaard strips it away. Now Fisker Molgaard cuts in, fires, and a great stop by Miner. Critical save there for the Eagles netminder. Sean will start again. Moves it ahead out to center ice for Gushin. Drop pass. TJ Tynan stick handles over the red line into the zone. Tynan trying to give it off, but that one broken up. This will be lobbed into the Coachella Valley bench. And a face-off upcoming in the Firebirds zone. 39 ticks still remaining on the power play for Colorado. Again, same two teams back at it again coming up tomorrow afternoon. That's a 3:05 p.m. Mountain Time start. And that's going to close out a 4-game homestand. And now is a Sean going to the box? Yes, indeed he is.
You have a guess for what?
It must have happened well away from the puck and the play. And so that's going to wash out the remaining 39 seconds of Colorado's power play. And we skate 4-on-4 again. Face off to the right of Miter. Tynan will win it for Hanson Buchanan. Leaves it for TJ Tynan. Interference the call on a shot. Hanson Buchanan into the zone. We'll go rink wide. Barre Boulay along the wall. Side of the cage. Puck straight free by Anna Vinet. Trots forward. 3-on-2 rush into the zone. Left wing side. Cross ice pass for Avon. Broken up in the low slot by Hanson Buchanan. He'll pick up that puck. Gives a long look up the ice and leaves it now for Tynan. Trying to return it for Hanson Buchanan. Right back for Tynan. And now releasing for the box is Raycroft, and that is going to lead to the power play. Kicking off now as the Eagles go on the Subaru of Loveland penalty kill for the third time. Ty Nelson from his own zone for the Firebirds. Leaves it behind for Fisker Molgard over that center ice logo. With speed into the zone. Poke check free, rattles around in the slot. The Eagles will get to it. Barons will dump it down the distance. Magna forcing Coco to get it moving. Swings it over, drop it off for Nelson. 7:15 left here in the third. Fisker Molgard, rink wide at the red line for Furcus. Gives it off, centering feed, bouncing puck, pushed over left wing wall. Morrison trying to hand it off. Right back for Logan Morrison. Into the corner, broken stick for Middleton. Philibert will hand him his. Ty Nelson from the blue line, traffic in front, inching over one time, scores as Furcus steps into it from the bottom of the left wing circle and powers it past Miter. And a power play goal for Coachella Valley puts him on top 5-2. And Jagger Furcus, also an all-star at this year's AHL All-Star Classic. Got to put up 15 goals last year as a rookie. He's got 21, and this is his second season for the second-round pick of Seattle back in 2022.
Yeah, moves like Jagger. One-time rip, 20 goals. That'll be 21. Second on his team in that department. Young man on that top line, loaded up with Morrison and him. He's a threat on that flank with that one-timer.
Face-off out at center ice. Picked up by Nielsen. Well, Colorado, boy, you felt like the momentum had tilted.
And a bit of, I don't know if you've seen the interference. You can't, I don't know. It's a call that was made, but I just didn't even see it.
The interference call on the entry. Centering feed bounces wide. It'll be covered up on the side of the crease by Trent Miter. And it proves to be a costly penalty for Colorado. Furcus, 21st of the year from Ty Nelson and Cooper Maroney. And boy, everybody's gotten in on the party here tonight for Coachella Valley. 12 different skaters on the score sheet tonight. 5 goals, 5 different goal scorers. 22 shots for Colorado, 21 for the Firebirds in the face-off of the Eagles zone. Sean with it, banks it up off the glass, out to center ice. Gushchin will pick it up. Tries to feed it forward for Poland. Move back out to neutral ice. Colorado starts again. Sean rink wide, brought in Poland, right wing side. Quick shot to the save by Coco. Rebound gobbled up by Novak. The Eagles trying to win it back. Jugnauth draped all over Gushchin. And a puck taken away. Brought ahead now with some numbers coming, but the puck going to roll free. Scooped off. And the Eagles back up the ice the other direction. Puck stolen away out at the red line. Flooded in deep. Miner behind the net to stop it. Leaves it there for Daniil Gushchin. Burrows his way forward. Out through center ice. Gushchin tripped up. No call there. Puck lobbed ahead. Maroney. That's a Buchanan. Able to grab possession back in his own zone. Snaps it along. Finds Megna. Drives into the zone. Right wing circle. Megna curls in behind the nets. Centering effort. Intercepted by Fisker Molgaard. Rides high into the air. The slot drops down. And Rakoff going to fight this up. Moves its way out to center ice. Fisker Molgaard steers it back into his own zone for right. Chased back further by Bore Boule in behind the net. And a good hit applied by Fellemer. Puck will roll free. Scooped up. Fisker Molgaard out to neutral. Shovel it in. Miner stops it. Plays it up off the glass. Rims around but held onto by Furcus. Upstairs. Send it across. Left wing circle broken up. Eagles take it away. Barons onward, deflects it, carries up over the glass and into the stands. Take us to a final media timeout of the evening. 4:48 remaining in the third. Eagles trail the Firebirds 5-2. Back after this on 99.9 The Point.
Help the Colorado Eagles change the luck of someone in need on Saturday, March 21st at the Eagles' annual Pot of Gold night. Fans can support the cause, all while watching the Eagles take on the Coachella Valley Firebirds. The puck drops at 6:05 p.m., and the first 1,000 fans in attendance will receive a free Pot of Gold Stein. Limited tickets are available at ColoradoEagles.com. Colorado Eagles Hockey, the best in family affordable entertainment.
At the UPS store, we understand the importance of a first impression. That's why we're here to help you put your best foot forward and be unstoppable with our printing services. With high-quality paper stock options, banners, business cards, venues, and more, we make sure your small business stands out and your message reaches the masses. After all, we're the one-stop prints that pop store. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, prices, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS store. Be unstoppable. Come into your local store today and get your print on.
Hey, gear up for game day at the Colorado Eagles team store. The Promenade Shops at Centera with the best selection of merchandise, including jerseys, hoodies, hats, and so much more. Kevin McClure, last Sports Shine with you here from Blue Arena. Caleb Allen producing tonight's broadcast. The Eagles here they're down 4-0 after the first period. Neither team scored in the second. Eagles came out, got back-to-back goals. One on the power play from Taylor McCarr. The other, even strength from Sean Barrett's, about 3.5 minutes apart. Next thing you know, it's a 4-2 game, and you still have plenty of time to work with. But the Eagles, well, they take a penalty, and Coachella Valley takes advantage. Jagger Furcus, power play goal from the left wing circle, and puts the Firebirds back up 5-2, and that's where we stand right now with 4:48 left in the third period.
Yeah, big power play goal for the Eagles, but then that penalty kill needed to be just as big to get that power play. Coachella's killed off, and unfortunately cannot do it in Furcus. Makes them pay.
Wise into the zone, down the right wing boards, comes to a stop, tries to center it. Puck caught up in a set of skates, picked up now by Taylor McCarr. In behind the nets, trying to leave it for Wise. Back from McCarr. The left wing boards up high. Long shot and a blocker saved by Coco as Sean let that one go. Take it away now. Olofsson with it. Steams his way forward. Snaps it along. Broken up. Sean now for Wise. Rolls it down to the left wing corner. Olofsson first one there. Banks it off the glass. Hops down right at the center ice logo. As this will be fed into the Eagles zone and moved ahead by Miter. Long now Wise drops it off for Nielsen. Right back for Wise on the left point. Centering feed shot deflected. Just skipped wide. Nielsen a touch. Unit drive. That'll rattle back to the left wing boards. Wise fires it wide of the cage. Runs to the right wing half wall. Pull it in there along with Yoon. Yoon trying to pull it free. Oh boy, got hooked there. Play rolls on. This jumps up and up out of play off the glove of Stevens. 3:41 remaining here in the third, and a face-off that stays in the Coachella Valley zone. And again, not a lot of time to sit there and stew about this one if you're Colorado. You got to turn around and play tomorrow at 3:05. And, you know, for the Eagles, we talked about not really knowing in the last couple of months, you know, what version of the Eagles you're going to see. Well, one thing that we have typically seen from Colorado is if they have a stinker, they usually come out flying the next game. But for Colorado, I mean, you really have to have that sort of a response tomorrow. especially with Ontario getting another win here this afternoon. Puck will be pushed into the Coachella Valley zone, and just as quickly it's rejected back out. Yoon on top of it, gets it moving for Poland. Drop it off for TJ Tynan. Rink wide pass. Outlet feed. Anson Buchanan finds Gushin, cuts in. Throws on the brakes. Now winds his way down. Took a big hit there along the wall from Hamill. Back the other direction come the Firebirds. Into the zone. Puck will be poked free. Magna drops it back in further in his own zone. So we slip under 3 to play here in the third. Barre Boulay makes his way in. Gives it left wing side. Fellemer cuts in, fires, deflected by Barons. Jumps over the crossbar. Settles up down to the right wing corner. Fellemer trying to free it up for Barre Boulay as this will rattle over to the left wing side. Up the half wall. Furcus gives it off now. Morrison 2-on-2 rush. Chip and chase down to the left wing corner as this will travel back in through the trapezoid. Slugged around. Magna trying to pick it up. Puck still loose down the bottom of the circle. Finally settled and moved by Sean. Over now for Fellemer. Drops it behind. Magna cruising in, loads and fires. Save, rebounds. Shot wide by Barre Boulay. It's a great chance there for Alex Barre Boulay, who gets to it again. Barre Boulay down to the right wing hash side of the cage. Bouncing puck loose in front. Fellemer spins and fires. Deflects off the stick of Jugnoth and out of play. 1:55 remaining here in the third for Colorado. And I hope that's a good thing that you have that quick turnaround tonight for Colorado as you come back out, you close out this road trip, and guess what's waiting for the other side? A 6-game road trip that's going to keep you on the road for 2 weeks against some really good teams like San Jose, Ontario, Bakersfield. I mean, it's going to be a gauntlet. Big drive off the faceoff.
I got to find a hobby.
Put back, loose puck in front, still dancing around on the side of the cage as McCarr tried to stuff it home. Bring it free to the right wing side, up the half wall, and rejected back out to center ice. Colorado really hounding it down there around that low slot area here in the waning minutes of this third period, but down by 3 goals. Here comes McCarr. Brings it into the zone, left wing side, centering feed for Wise. Caught in his skates, trying to stay with it as this will be pushed up and out. And now numbers developing the other way. Brought in, rode with it, right wing side, hustling back, a shot blockered away. Drops down, stays in play. Push it up and out to neutral. TJ Tynan had his pocket picked from behind by Fisker Bolgard. Lays it back into his own zone, blitzed ahead. Rakoff, who's got one of those 5 goals tonight for the Firebirds, will deal it in deep. 60 seconds remaining here in the third period. Now a Sean from his own end. Sends it along left wing side. Gushin will kick it towards the net. Skips in behind the cage. Takes a big hop to the right wing wall. Tynan canceled out there by McKinnon. Out to center ice. Middleton picks it up. Kept alive as Novak drives in all alone. Down to the right wing corner. Collapsed down upon by Middleton. The puck will be separated. Sean sends it ahead. Looking for Jason Poland. He'll chuck it in deep. Behind the net it travels. Olofsson, first one there. Gives it off as Furcus smashed into. Gets it going for J.R. Avon. He'll dump and chase himself as Miner comes out behind the net. Spins it up off the glass. Out to center ice. It'll travel. 10 seconds left here in the third. And now Wright will slowly march back and circle his netminder and let the final 3 seconds tick off. Fellemer will come in and give him a crunch. Ottavina going after Fellemer, and that's going to do it as this one comes to an end. And the Eagles falling by a final score of 5-2 as the Firebirds built themselves a 4-0 lead in the first period. And a great night for Eagles country in terms of what was done tonight for Jaden Jimenez and his family with the Pot of Gold fundraiser. And that was, again, something that's bigger picture stuff. But as far as Colorado on the ice tonight, this was a clunker for Colorado. And through the first 3 games of this homestand, I think you could say there have been 2 of them. And that's something that for Colorado as you start to head down this final stretch of games towards the postseason. Got to get it figured out. The Eagles fall 5-2 on home ice here tonight. Quick turnaround. They'll drop the puck coming up tomorrow at 3:05 back here at Blue Arena. Get you set for that. Take a closer look at what happened here tonight after this, right here on 99.9 The Point.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to